Hey Stretford, Paddock. Welcome back to the football after 10 long days off. I think we've got enough for Aston Villa today. They're on the way down. We've still got a good performance in us, so I think we might actually get a strong result today, 3 or 4-1, and I'm looking forward to seeing some good performances from the forwards. But more importantly, congratulations to Jay on the birth of his daughter, Danielle Welbeck Motti, and big love to all the family and everyone at Paddock. Have a great day. Come on, you Reds.
I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to United because I think Villa are on a downward spiral. I do think United can improve on recent performances. And if they play to their maximum, they will win because player for player, they're better. So, yeah, 2-1 win United. Come on.
Man United versus Aston Villa. I think this is Michael Carrick's first big test as Man United manager. I think previous games, like against City and Arsenal, have been pretty much free hits for Michael Carrick. And a loss against Villa now, we could see his go as low as 6th place, which is a big jump from 3rd. That being said, Villa, not a good run of form. I'm going to go 2-1 Man United. Come on, United.
Good morning, everyone. Lungile here. Greetings from my workplace gym. Deep in the Okavango Delta in Botswana. I'm watching your preview of the Aston Villa game while I do my warm-up walk. I'm about to do a 10-kilometer run. I think United are going to win 2-1 against Aston Villa. I'm still not. It's going to be a nervy game. I'm still not convinced after our recent showings, performances. But hopefully we'll come out swinging like we did against City and Arsenal. The Paddock global man enacted.
So back again for P-match prediction against Villa at Old Trafford. I'm going to be optimistic here, so I'm going for 2-0 win United. Up the way and up the Paddock.
Hello and welcome to Stretford Paddock. My name is Joe, that is Ronaldo Brown. We will have Tom Cooney here in a little bit as well. He should be here in a few minutes. This is the watch-along. Manchester United versus Aston Villa. Ronaldo, Chelsea lose to Newcastle.
Liverpool lose later.
Liverpool will lose later.
Yes.
Manchester City have drawn with West Ham. There is a chance.
Arsenal won the league.
Arsenal may have won the league, but let's not think about Arsenal now. Let's think about Man United. There is a chance.
They're rent-free, man. Sorry.
That we pull away from those Europa League hellhole spots. We are looking up towards 2nd in the Premier League table. If we beat Aston Villa today, how big is this?
In what is actually a 6-pointer as well, we can invariably help that. But before we lost to him at Villa Park, our record was quite favourable against Villa. And they do seem to have quite a poor record when he turned to Old Trafford. We usually have a decent record at Villa Park. And what's annoying is, even though he beat us last game with 2 moments of brilliance from Morgan Rogers, I felt like United were the better side.
I agree.
I thought it was one of Amarim's better performances of the season, especially from a tactical perspective. He tweaked things, kind of denied him space centrally, and he really struggled. And outside of a couple of bad moments of defending, I think it was the low and Euro, allowing too much space and time for a quality player like Morgan Rogers, we ended up on the losing side. But I think that we need to get our comeuppance today and kind of put right what was a result that we didn't really deserve last time we played them, and also strengthen our top 4, top 3 possibilities as well.
Just looking at that game, United had more shots on target, more big chances, more possession. It was a game, like you said, relatively even overall, but open play XG, United was 1.26, theirs was 0.56. Like, United really limited their chances, but like you said, it was 2 moments of brilliance from Morgan Rogers. If they win today, Villa, I think they'd do the league double over United for the first time since 1954. Like, it's very, very rare that they beat us, multiple times this season. I think it was the year before last where United beat them home and away. And was it the same last season as well? I know we beat them at Old Trafford on the last day. I can't remember the result of Villa Park. But like you said, United have been good against him. United have had a very good record against Aston Villa generally over the last few years, or maybe even just, throughout history. Right. Obviously, like we said yesterday, with Chelsea losing to Newcastle, that does give us the possibility, or the opportunity, should I say, of going 5 points ahead of them with a win today. As it stands at the moment, 5th place would get Champions League football. So that would be a massive thing to move 5 points clear of the team that would be occupying 6th should Liverpool get any points later on as well. Do you think, obviously nothing would be set in stone, but in terms of the league title and in terms of the top 4, do you think Arsenal have won the league now, first of all? 9 points clear.
Yes.
City have got a game in hand, though.
I'll say the quiet part out loud. I never thought City were going to catch them, to be honest with you. Even when I was joking and hoping they'd bottle it, because you do have that in them. It was less so about whether Arsenal would drop points and have a little bit of stumbly moments in the rest of the league. It was more, whenever I watched City play, I wasn't that convinced.
No.
So
Okay.
I always felt like throughout, there was a bit of a gap between City and Arsenal for points total-wise anyway. But when I'd watch both teams on the weekend, even when Arsenal were playing poorly, they're still defensively decent and strong. I always felt like City looked like a team that were more likely to drop points weekend to weekend, especially with how they've looked on the Pep. Looked a bit inconsistent. I know they've had Guehi and Semenyo, but I never really thought they'd actually really catch them. And then I thought it'd be tighter than the gap is now by the end of it. But I think Arsenal probably stumbled over the line, and I think it's probably not a testament, but an indictment on how poor the league has been in general, because I still watch Arsenal fairly uninspired. I even fought against Everton yesterday for large parts of the game. Everton were a better team.
Yep.
And it's just the rest of the league has been this double negative. Less worse.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. No, I do agree with you.
Less worse.
Like, they've been less
shit.
less bad than everyone else.
They've been less shit.
Yeah,
than
they haven't
the
been
rest of the rest.
outstanding or
Yes.
incredible or amazing. They've just been less poor, less often than the other teams, especially City.
And played the margins better. And they've had people come up. Obviously, players stand up in big moments as well. Like David Raya's a bit of a weird one. So like shots from outside the box, he should save. He doesn't, and it'll be point blank, 0.8 XG efforts in the box, and it'll be like a cat in there. So it's like, yeah, fair play, but it is a sad. I think United finishing in top 3, Champions League, getting Champions League football will be a good end to the season. Seeing Arsenal lift the Premier League trophy, though, is going to be a sad day for me.
Yeah, it's going to be sad. I think that's sad for
openly say that.
The thing is, whoever lifts the trophy, unless it is someone that no one cares about, like Brentford or Fulham or something, like it is going to always be a sad day, because the odds are it's either going to be City, Liverpool or Arsenal. But of those 3, what Greg's coffee, you're not having it? Twice you've had a sip of that and you're wincing. What's up with it?
Do you know when it's a cappuccino, but it feels like it's 99% milk? You know, like it feels like I'm drinking flavoured milk.
Not enough froth in there.
Yeah. It was like,
get him, send it back.
Do you know what I mean?
Go take it now. I'll wait for you. I won't say anything until you get back.
Barista Joe, he has kind of amplified my coffee drinking over the years in terms of like you've helped me and my trajectory and everything.
Sure.
I think I'm on that way to becoming an Americano type black coffee. Just give me the coffee.
Love that.
Not the flavour in the milk.
Just
anyway,
straight to it. Just straight to the bean.
That's a different type of podcast.
And also, Greg's coffee is £1.30, whatever. So for what you're paying,
wait, are you trying
what do
to
you expect?
Are you being classist?
No, I'm saying they do a good product for the price.
Okay.
I
feel like for the price,
them, not dissing them.
I feel like for the price, it's decent.
I think McDonald's coffee's alright as well. And again, it's £1.50 for a coffee. You're not getting that anywhere else. So fair play to them.
I can't afford more than £1.30 coffee.
I mean, that isn't true, is it? Because you do spend on other stuff.
Have you seen the inflation? Hey, April's around the corner, mate.
Oh yeah, that's a good point actually. Just looking at United's team then, because I actually haven't seen this yet. Have we got the team? Yeah. Let's get it up. I haven't seen it, so let's go through it. So we've got Lomans in goal. We have got Dallo, Maguire, Yoro and Shaw. Pretty standard there, I guess. We've got Mainu, Casemiro and Bruno, of course. And then a front three, I've already seen Sesko on the bench. So Cunha, Ahmad and Mbeumo. Back to that lineup that started, what was it, the front line that started the first 4 or 5 games under Michael Carrick. He brought Sesko in because he had to. He kept scoring off the bench. He comes in, scores. Okay, I've got to play you again. Comes in, doesn't score. And he's immediately dropped back to the bench. What do you make of Sesko not starting today?
I put Sesko in the lineup because I still just feel like, I don't know if it's the traditionalist in me wants that big burly number 9 up front, like a bit of a focal point. He had been on a good run of form. I feel like he was scoring. A lot of it was off the bench, to be fair. And it seemed like Carrick was more leaning towards that kind of fluid, almost like positionless front three a little bit more with the going for the senior proven players that he probably feels like we're experienced, a little bit more trust in. Sesko's a great talent with a lot of potential, still finding himself, and I felt like he'd go back for it for this particular game because Aston Villa, they play a little bit more of a high line. Their mid block can be quite aggressive at times as well. But I felt like people did allude on online that there was a chance that Mbeumo would go up front for this particular game because you'd want Mbeumo as a 9 and his movement in behind might be a little bit more of a threat than what Sesko would pose. Where sometimes if you're going up against teams that probably sit a little bit deeper and you need a little bit of a box presence to kind of bail you out almost when teams are sat in their own box or kind of in 2 banks of 4, and then you like a Sesko in there where you can deliver the ball, he can jump over 2 players and head the ball in.
It makes sense, doesn't it?
So yeah, but still, even though Sesko is a young striker, there's nothing wrong with him being in and out of the team and having his minutes managed and his expectations managed, and I don't think it's the worst of things.
We've got Tom here. He'll be arriving in just a moment as we bring the microphone up off the floor.
Yeah.
Hello, Tom.
Same
okay?
Tom.
Sincere apologies.
It's all right. We've still got just under an hour till kick-off, so there's plenty of time to...
Looking at me, aren't I?
It's absolutely awful out there.
It's horrible.
Wait, how bad was it?
It's chucking it down. I mean, my jacket's
no hat, nothing, no hood. No.
I was playing football.
Oh, okay. So,
Yeah.
Have you come straight from football?
I have.
How did it go?
But
I was washed as me.
Yeah. But
It was been washed by the rain, though. That's
it was a planned substitution, but we had loads of dropouts, and it was a relegation 6-pointer. Anyway, I stayed until we equalised, and then I shut off.
If you won, do you know the final
We
score?
won 3-1.
Oh, there you go.
A couple of late goals.
Not saying, obviously, that when you don't play, they win. But what I heard is it was 1-1 when you left. And it was 3-1 at the end of the game. So maybe they found something else out about the team today as well, which is good for them. We're just looking at the team news. Have you seen the team yet?
No, it's
you've been in a big rush. So
seeing it now.
Kind of the team you'd expect, except no Sesko. So Ahmad's come back in. Back to Mbeumo up front.
Yeah.
Your initial reaction, you're wincing, you're rolling, your head back.
I guess I'm all behind this Sesko train. Like I would like to see him get more minutes and more games, and but you know, of late he's been brilliant coming off the bench. He's scored goals in big moments, so it's a squad game.
It is.
Is what it is. I'm happy with that front three.
I'm happy with it. We know that it works. It terrorised Man City. It terrorised Arsenal. Like, it does work as a front three, and I think that, like you said, bringing Sesko off the bench again, we know it works. I didn't think I know he didn't have a lot of time, but no. I think Ahmad looked okay off the bench in the last game, but I don't think he kind of came on and changed the way the defenders had to play in such a noteworthy way, the way Sesko does. As soon as he comes on, obviously, he's a completely different profile of player. Who was it Ahmad came on for? Was it Mbeumo? Was it
against Newcastle?
Yeah.
He came on quite late though, didn't he?
He did come on quite late. I know he didn't have loads of time. I just think it's Sesko is more of an immediate, this is different, we can put the ball in the box type person. So off the bench maybe that works. Which again, unfortunate for him really, isn't it, that you're someone that is very effective off the bench. It's a great and a frustrating quality to have as a player, where it's like if you know, off the bench you score 1 in 2 and from the start you score 1 in 3. But I guess we have to play off the bench then, not forever, hopefully.
Some people are saying that Cunha sometimes played a little bit better in a couple of games where he came off the bench.
Yeah.
When the game's a bit stretched, tired legs, someone like him, he can be a little bit of a cheat code in that situation. It's weird though how some players are like that, aren't they?
It is, but I think with Cunha, I don't necessarily think it's an off the bench thing. I just think he finishes games very well, regardless of whether he's started or whether he's come off the bench. I think the last 10-15 minutes, his qualities, like you said, Ronny, really get exaggerated in those last sort of 15-20.
He's not really a system player, is he? He's someone that's going to be. He's going to do something you don't expect. So I guess coming off the bench, if a team has been facing something somewhat predictable for 70 minutes.
Jane Joe's adopted son Benjamin says, whose phone was that? First warning.
It was mine.
It was Tom's.
I wasn't going to be like it's Tom, because you know what, I don't snitch. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like when the teacher
but your
says,
silence said
you know
a
what,
lot, didn't
you know,
it?
when the teacher, in high school, when someone's phone goes off and the teacher was like, who's that?
Yeah.
My phone is never on loud.
Was you the type of guy, Joe, to be like, miss, it was him?
No, I'm not missing it was him. So I go one step further than that.
Oh, wow.
I go to the teacher after the class and I say, can we ever sit down and go through all the things you missed today?
Can we go for a coffee?
Yeah, there were a few
This
indiscretions.
person was doing this.
Let's me and you go for a coffee. There was a few indiscretions that you obviously I grasped on everyone that was noticed in the moment. But I'll also like to sort of revisit where the teacher could have noticed a few extra things.
Did you ever leverage information?
I would leverage information, of course, yes. I was known as the giga snitch by the end of my time. And that's something I'm very proud of. And to this day, I do have 7 or 8 people trying to kill me. Anyway.
Was that because you were too tall to sit at the front of the class?
Yeah, so I would be like a sort of quarterback seeing the whole picture.
Yeah.
And between myself and the faculty staff, I would make sure that everyone that needed justice was served justice. And I think that's the right way to go about things. And if we want a strong society, I don't think there's any other way to do things.
Snitching's cool, then.
Snitching is very, very cool, yeah. Obviously, all that is a lie. Simply, Dahl says nothing. But they do say, I've been a member for 6 months and I'm very much enjoying it. Thank you very much for that. Ron C says, get a haircut. Love that. Jesus sees everything. Typical Yank Joe. I love that. That's fantastic. Like I'm being serious. It's very, very good. Yeah, Joe says you haven't asked for our homework, miss.
that one as well.
I was the exact people. That is just the worst.
I felt like someone only ever said that when I hadn't done my homework.
Yeah.
When I hadn't done my homework, and it's
disgusting.
Yeah, and then someone goes,
it's so
"Miss,
disgusting.
Yeah.
You haven't asked for your homework.
But to be fair,
actually.
put yourself in that person's shoes. Imagine they're a sweat and they've spent like two hours in
Give it.
the evening on their homework,
Yeah.
and then the teacher doesn't end up asking
Give
for
it
it.
at
They're
the
going
end
to
of
be
the
like,
class.
Yeah.
Don't be taking everyone down with you.
Yeah, go up to the teacher afterwards and say, hello, I've done this. Hand it in. That's okay. But yeah, none of this. Miss, you haven't asked for your homework.
It's very natural, isn't it?
So natural for me, yeah. And I had to suppress that urge for 12 years. And then now I can do as much as I want.
what about any?
No, I was the opposite. I was obviously I too stressed out and busy to be doing homework.
Stressed?
Not stressed as in like, I wasn't feeling stressed, but I was just all over the place doing stuff, playing football, playing Xbox, messing about, fighting with my sisters. I couldn't be asked doing it.
Yeah, I wasn't
all
great.
that.
I wasn't great for doing it. But you know what was funny? You get different people. You get people that just don't do it. You get people that always do it, and you get people that do it, but give it in, and it looks like it's been through.
Yeah.
You know, you give the homework,
it out,
it's
and
basically
it's-
legible. It's crunched up. It's
Yeah,
folded.
it's a little bit
glue
wet
on there.
somehow.
It's a little bit wet
It's
on the
got
edge.
Fanta on it.
It's got a bit of a stain on it, and a couple of the answers aren't answered.
Yeah. So there you go, miss. Just a ball, and all the ones on top are like that far off the next one down because it's just so crunched up, just flattening that out.
What a time! Would you hate just reminiscing?
Yeah, loving it, loving school life. Should we have a look at Aston Villa's team? Because obviously, it takes two to tango and all that. They have got a few notable absentees. So we've got Martinez, Bogard, Conter, Mings, Digne, Barkley, Onana, Buendia, McGinn, Rodgers and Watkins. So obviously a few of the big boys, Watkins, Rodgers, McGinn, Buendia, who stepped up a lot at times this season, all playing. But crucially, no Tielemans, no Kamara as well.
He's injured long term, Tielemans.
Yeah, so two of their kind of big boys in midfield, both missing. On the bench as well, a few sort of well-known names, Victor Lindelof in particular, Tammy Abraham, Douglas Luiz, Harvey Elliott, Leon Bailey, Pau Torres, Andre Garcia, Ian Matson and Marco Bizzo as well.
I'm just going
What
to
do you make of their team?
I'm just going to annoy everyone and tell us. John McGinn, is someone that has been injured for quite a bit. I think he's been injured for quite a while for Villa. And I'm pretty sure this is his first Premier League game back. And why does it have to be against us?
He's been injured for a while, has he?
John McGinn sustained an injury during Villa's 1-0 home defeat to Everton mid-Jan, 2 months. He underwent surgery after and was scheduled to miss up to 8 weeks of action. That was 8 weeks ago.
This is his first Premier League game back.
I believe it is.
I spoke to a Villa fan. I think he played a little bit of minutes against Lille, 20 minutes of his first game back in 2 months, and then he's starting today. And John McGinn's always someone that we struggle against because I remember our press and our structure defensively was really good at Villa Park, and their build-up was struggling, and their cheat code was John McGinn almost plays like, especially in that type of game state, he almost plays like a big number 9 in the midfield in terms of they'd be like, oh shit, where do we go with the ball? They just fire the ball into McGinn and he just holds someone off. Do you know what I mean?
Just clattering into.
He's like pinning. He'd be like pinning our midfielders in the midfield and then allowing them to go up the pitch. And I kept saying it. I remember watching the game. I think I was watching it with you, and I kept being like, if it weren't for McGinn, I feel like we'd nick the ball so much more often. They didn't know how to build up. They were struggling to progress the ball. But any time they just found McGinn, we couldn't get the ball off him because he just sticks his big bunda in the way.
He's one of those players,
and he's ratty as well, isn't he?
Do you know? Have you ever heard of the term iPhone face? Have you heard of this?
No.
So it's a term that people use to talk about, like, a lot of film stars these days, because whether they've had a bit of Botox or a touch up here and there, or they just have a face that looks like it's seen an iPhone. So even if they're wearing period clothing, they're in an old drama, they've got old cameras and all that, they still look like they're from the modern day.
Right. Okay.
Do you know some people's faces just look modern? Like people said it about like Margot Robbie and all that in Wuthering Heights. Like she just looks like she's from 2020 or whatever. I think John McGinn has got the opposite. I think he has got kind of Wattle and Daub, straw Tudor face.
I was going to say, he's Tudor. Has he got a Tudor face?
You could put his face in a photograph or a painting from any time in history, and he would look exactly right. I don't know what it is about him, but his body and his face, it is of an ancient quality to it, and he uses all of that, all the knowledge that his ancestors have ever had, to play infuriatingly good football against Man United. He's always brilliant against us, and I think he's a really good player generally. But he just looks like he could be from any time in history. And I respect that. I really do respect that. You need to get him in a period drama, ITV, Channel 4, someone. He's got it. No, I think he's a very good player. And it's frustrating. I mean, hopefully, we're going to see a 65-70% John McGinn. Because you can't be out for 2 months and be back to 100%. Especially if you've had surgery.
Yeah.
Like knee surgery isn't one of them ones that you can really kind of force when you're coming back. You can't turn and push and... He loves all that, like you said, Ronny, sticking his studs in the ground, holding people off, all those things that do test your knee. Hopefully he's limited in his ability a little bit, but are you worried about that team?
I can't imagine they'd risk John McGinn if he wasn't. You know, they've got enough to fight for this year. I think he's 2 months is probably something minor. I would expect, you know, you'll get the John McGinn you used to. I would think.
Yeah,
wait.
Probably, annoyingly.
Who's right back for them? It's normally Matty Cash, or is he injured? He's not there.
Bogard? No.
Yeah, it must be.
Yeah.
Dino, Mings,
I think he's left back, isn't he?
Conso.
Be Bogard.
Bogard's a midfielder usually, unless he's playing right back.
Not going to play him right back. I doubt Barkley is, and Buendia, Rogers, McGinn and Watkins aren't, are they?
Wait, the lineup now is bugging me out from a personal, because I know Bogard is a mid... I'm pretty sure he's a midfielder.
I can't see anyone else who drop into right back
that, please,
from there.
on your laptop, Joe.
What should I say? Where is Bogard playing today, position-wise?
No, whether he's a midfielder or a defender, or if I'm just being...
Lamar Bogard is a midfielder or defender.
Okay, so he'll
Villa
be
can
right
play
back.
a little bit of both. He is 22 years old. He was born in Rotterdam of the Netherlands and is a defensive midfielder by trade. But what I can tell you right now is he can play right back as well.
Thank you.
So let's put the rumours to bed, shall we? He will most likely be right back, and he's got a little trophy in his cabinet as well. What is that? I can't see what it is. It is the Aston Villa Under-18s FA Youth Cup winner in the 2021 season.
And they've gone for Mings instead of Pau Torres.
Yes, which
usually Pau Torres usually starts. I don't know whether he started Mings because he thought Sesko would play, or maybe it's to do with our front three pace-wise, and I think Pau Torres. But Pau Torres is someone that usually helps them with their build-up play because he's so good on the ball.
Yeah.
It's interesting, obviously, Ross Barkley. There's a lot of talent in that team, man.
Yeah, they're a good team. They are a good team, and there's a reason they're fourth. Thank you very much. Didn't even have to ask for these. Oh, I like my big little cuppy.
Why'd you get the Maxi muscle?
Because I've staked my claim for this land over the last sort of 2 to 3 months of consistently using this cup.
On the school trend, I sounded like such a nursery kid then, innit?
Miss, why does he get the Maxi muscle?
Yeah,
he did a little bit. I like it because it's 700 mils. None of this 560.
Is it used for protein ever?
Not if I can do anything about it. It's not.
So you get more water than we do?
Certainly in the first round of waters, yes. If you want to try and negotiate yourself to a litre bottle or bring in your own kind of canister or something, that's on you.
I think you're looking for fights where they don't need to be today.
That's what I do with Joe.
Right.
I just consistently have to just defend myself against Ronnie's prods. It's our relationship. We've made it work. Discombobulate says, hi, Joe. Any fights around Asda coming up? Need a cut man? No, thank you. I've had to postpone them for a little while.
What's this?
It's a sort of running joke. I really couldn't tell you where it came from.
Okay.
That I have a, let's say, kind of
Street fighting.
dark street fighting behind the back of Asda's mainly, but basically all the major supermarket chains.
Supermarkets.
Yeah. Not sure. Is John McGinn a Highlander? Potentially, says Al Khwarizmi. John McGinn
What
again.
footballer he was?
Who?
Charisma.
He was, but he's one of the most infuriating players ever as well, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was the. Do you know people say that? Oh, there's no Mavericks anymore. There's no like. The reason why we got rid of him is because of people like Quaresma, who his highlight reel is unbelievable.
They don't affect the game enough.
But they don't affect the game enough. Yeah. Unfortunately, because we all look at Ronaldinho, someone that got 40 goals and 20 assists or whatever it was in 2003, 2004. And you're like, why have we cut players like him? It's not him we were trying to get rid of. It was Quaresma's. It was, people like David Bentley's that we were trying to get rid of.
It was more fun though.
It was more
JJ
fun.
Kocher.
It was JJ. Unfortunately, it was JJ. I mean, he was a bit different because he was better, but those players that are all flair and just not enough reliable quality.
El Tarat.
It was your Adel Taraps that we were trying to get rid of. It was.
street
Unfortunately,
footballer.
it was. And I don't necessarily think it's for the better, but you can see why. Because Ronaldinho would still work for any team in the world now. It's not. No one's worried about him. It's when you've got 3 or 4 players in your team like that. Do you remember that Stoke team that had like Bojan and they had like 4 Champions League winners? They had Shaqiri, Bojan, a few others as well. Did they have Choupo Moting at that time as well?
There was a Turkish forward.
Yeah.
They had, I forget his name.
Do you know what I mean? And on their day were the best team in the Premier
Someone in
League.
the chat will know.
But 34 times a season were just absolutely bang average.
Because they all had that, and then centre half was Ryan Shawcross, no?
Yeah, of course it was. It was a perpetual position, wasn't it?
Can we find out who that is from the chat, please?
Yeah,
the
find
Turkish forward that played for Stoke.
Stoke.
Bugging me.
Stoke Turkish forward.
Is it San?
He'll probably not.
Sanil.
He'll probably not be Turkish, maybe.
Someone's saying Tunchai.
Tunchai.
That's Middlesbrough, no?
Was it? Was it
That's what
Middlesbrough?
Tunchai.
Everyone's just shouting just bollocks at the
Blackburn,
moment. He played for Stoke. Well
played
done.
for Stoke, yeah.
Middlesbrough, Blackburn, Stoke. Well, Stoke was right. Well done. Yeah, good.
Thanks, Chan.
A little bit more of a look at the game yesterday. Did anyone watch Chelsea versus Newcastle? Because I didn't. I'll be honest, I didn't see the game.
Nope.
What did I watch yesterday? Bloody hell, I watched City and I watched the end of Chelsea.
Okay. Looking at the numbers, I mean, we all saw the ref getting crowded by the Chelsea team. What the fuck happened there?
See,
What happened there?
So I think so. Normally, Chelsea when Chelsea have been doing this huddle, but they do it when they kick off. Obviously, there's no one near the ball. I think it's the referee's fault. Chelsea are a bit cringy, and it's all a bit this mentality thing and whatever. But they wanted to go and do their huddle on the centre circle, which they've been doing. But because they didn't have kick-off, Paul Tierney was stood there protecting the ball.
Is that what he was doing?
So yeah, I feel like he could have either told them to move or just stood aside. Pick the ball up. I don't know. It was farcical, wasn't it?
What do you make, Ronaldo, of Liam Rosenior's phrase, "My players made a decision that they wanted to be around the ball, to respect the ball"?
Jesus Christ.
What does that mean, and why is he saying things like that? If Paul had focused more on his job, which was to make the right decision, we would have had a penalty today, but that's separate. We wanted to be around the ball to respect the ball. Thoughts?
I think he's a creep.
Creep? Why is he a creep?
I don't know. I think you don't say things like that in that way unless you're a creep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I've watched him closely.
How close?
Close enough.
It's all very creepy, isn't it?
Yeah. Which that's quite hypocritical of me, isn't it?
It's a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
I've watched him at great length.
Yeah.
And
at very little proximity.
and then I think as time's gone on, I thought, oh, this is quite funny. He's very robotic and very AI. He might Claude Liam Rosenior. But then after a while, I started to get kind of like creeped out by him. And then I think phrasings like that cringe me out. I think he's a bit creepy.
I think behaving like that and somehow progressing in your career. Oh,
Sorry, I've got a meat sandwich that is not going to withstand 3 hours of not being in the fridge. I'm very sorry to Ben for asking him to pop it in the fridge. I'm sorry for you guys for distracting you as well. Respect the ball, surround the ball.
I mean, it's like a, you know, you need to be the ball.
Yeah,
it's a.
Yeah, to understand the killer, you must become the killer.
It's
that kind of.
It's just a corny
way of
like
policing.
It's something you'd see in Ted Lasso, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It really is. It's just naff, isn't it?
It is, and again, a bit like I maybe gave him the benefit of the doubt a little bit early days, but now I just think it's everything he does. We were talking the other week about him kicking off with the Arsenal goalkeeping coach, I think it was, going in. Just little things. I think he's quite insufferable. He should get called on it more, but he's moving. He went to Hull. He's been to France, and now he's got the Chelsea job. He's moving. His career's in an upward trajectory. So
it's mad that he's got that job. It is completely crazy and stupid that he's got the Chelsea job.
Because I can't imagine he would have interviewed well.
No,
surely no serious team.
No, I think he would have.
What? But really,
he would have come with his.
It would have been a lot of. I don't know.
He'll have been the only one
it?
that's done like a full-blown PowerPoint presentation. All the rest of them will have sat down, maybe got some numbers, maybe got their agent with them. Kind of, he will have got laser pen. He will have handed out something to each of the people interviewing, like at the start of like Dragon's Den, where they all give And if you open that packaging, you'll actually see. I've already engraved your children's faces on the keyring, and that happened while I was doing the presentation. I think he's done something like that, handed out a small handbook to each person. You know what I mean?
He's a LinkedIn guy.
Yeah,
but in the Premier League, I think
coffees to Todd Burley as it. Just brought a few coffee. I know you've got one. I've just brought you another one. Now let the interview commence. I think he's done that, and maybe that's what's worked for him. And when they asked him, at the end of the interview, when you say, "Do you have any questions for us?" he just said, "Are you ready to win?" And then walked out.
Because I am.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe that's how he did it. Maybe Todd Burley was just. Maybe he's a little bit cringy as well, and he loves all that shit. Some people do.
I guess it's the American.
You can't say that. The Americans watching will take offence. Are you saying?
No,
but that is an American way to do things a little bit. I was going to say backing yourself, being a little bit more chest out, and I know my worth.
Performance.
And people they speak in a different way about business and about success in America. It's a different culture, and they do emphasise that sort of stuff a bit more than we do.
Yeah, it wasn't a dig as such. I feel like that kind of way of holding yourself probably, I don't know, is more commonplace in America. Whereas I guess I'm looking at thinking, how's that going to be in the dressing room? A player's going to respond to that.
The issue is obviously early in his tenure, obviously his sound bites and his cliches will sound quite new. But I feel like there's only so many cliches along you're in a job, innit? Because I think he does speak.
What's the one he said about being a manager? Something about age. Yeah. What was that one?
If you break down the word manager,
I age man.
Age. My job is to age men.
That's just
a man of age.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's creepy, isn't it?
I age men. That sounds like something a very, very experienced dominatrix would say, isn't it?
Yeah.
My job is to get in there and age men. They come out 10 years older than they did when they went in. And that is what I do. Very, 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 very strange. Just on United's team then, Mainu, people were saying that he had a little bit of a, I don't want to say downturn, but maybe looked like the pace of playing 7, 8, 9 games in a row after barely playing all season was catching up with him. And yet, we've got this other kind of narrative running alongside it, which is the players aren't sharp and fresh enough because we don't have enough games. Where do you stand on that?
I see it that way. It's. I mean, we've got Bournemouth, haven't we, on Friday, and then it's like a month or something. Or
it's 23 days.
It's crazy. Like I think it's.
What are we going to do?
Stay home.
What are we going to talk about?
There was talk of organising a game, wasn't there? Or maybe that was a different.
They might do a behind closed doors game because none of United's players get picked for their international team anymore, do they? You'd think that some of these would be getting back in, but at the moment, Mainu, Shaw, Maguire. It'd be interesting to see if they do get selected for England, if any or all of them.
I think Maguire should be first centre back.
What, him and Mark Gay is you two? I would. I think they're the
probably.
first two.
Yeah, I think. Obviously John Stones looks like he's not going to be.
I think the starting is. Funny enough, I think it's Konsa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't.
Konsa's a good player though.
He is, but for me, Maguire just like everything he's done for England.
Is Konsa, Gay, Maguire probably will go then. Why can't I think? Is it bad?
Is Quansah as well?
Is it bad that I can't think of good English centre halves?
I mean, Colwell's
Gerald
in
Quansah
there.
goes as well, doesn't he?
Is he Leverkusen?
And he was 21s, weren't he?
So Konsa and Quansah.
Stones is playing again, isn't he?
Yeah,
I guess
but
if
what
he's fit, I think
He's been a part-time footballer for about 5 years.
I know,
Yeah.
but I think if
After
John
that
Stones
treble, he's
fit,
just chilled out for
wonderful,
4 years, hasn't he?
wonderful player.
No, he is good when he's fit, but he's just never
That
fit.
thing is a part-time footballer now. It's just weird how
Raheem Sterling?
Foden.
Oh yeah, Foden is as well.
But Shaw did it last year, didn't he? He got himself fit pretty much for, it's not last year, for the last tournament.
Yeah, he did. It happens a lot, doesn't it? Players bizarrely find a way to be fit for the tournament. It's obviously just not real, is it? I mean, I'm not saying everyone's faking it or whatever, but it can't be a coincidence that this often players play their first game after injury in a tournament. Although, if you look at it the other way, it's like that question, why does everything in the oven get cooked at 200°C? Because that's the temperature required to heat the thing that most foods are made out of without burning it. Do you know what I mean?
No.
So when you look on the back of almost everything, whether it's chips, a fish cake, a
No, I
chicken
got
Kiev,
that
whatever,
bit, so
it's
just
200°C or 180 with fan, isn't it?
Yeah.
Everything is, isn't it, Ronny? Do you know what I mean? And now I'm thinking, why is everything?
Are you going to break down the science of
No, well,
cooking
basically,
and
I
boiling?
googled it because I thought, why is everything cooked at the same temperature? This doesn't make sense. I'm cooking a bit of broccoli,
proteins
or whatever, some roast potatoes, and I'm cooking a bit of fish, and it's the same temp. Because basically the things that most foods are made of are roughly the same, even if you're chicken and broccoli or whatever. And the temperature required to heat things through without burning the outside is roughly 180. And where did I start with this?
So we're talking.
I think you're
about
focusing too much on the
players being fit for tonight.
Oh, so
Yeah.
on the same token, you think, why are players always back for international break? Because international tournaments tend to happen 6 weeks after the season ends.
So or
3 or 4 weeks
yeah.
after the season ends, which is roughly the time of a mild to moderate injury.
Right. Okay.
So if you get injured in the middle of May, 1 month later, when a hamstring or a calf or an ankle is starting to feel better, that's when the tournament starts. So it makes sense that players keep returning for the tournament.
I think to come onto that point as well, I think if you are recovering from injury, and it's very unlikely that you're going to be fit to play a role at the end of the season, it would be reasonable because you've got that 6 week gap to gear everything you're doing before the end of the season to the tournament.
Love it.
So
Joe can't cook, apparently. Fahrenheit or Celsius? Well, it's not 180 Fahrenheit, is it? That's a hot chocolate.
can you cook?
Celsius, man. What?
You could cook?
I mean, did you not hear the thing about 180 fan?
No, I heard it, but I still
fan assisted. I do like.
I've seen some cooked things, but the thing is,
in general,
from Joel,
just in life.
What it's different though. Lunch is a bit different than when you're going home on a night and getting a little bit chefy in it.
Getting chefy with it, yeah. You've tried
getting chefy
curries I've made and that.
Yeah.
But pizza is 400°C, 800 Fahrenheit. Yeah, it is. Most things aren't though, are they? Do you know what I mean? Yeah, you can cook pizza at that.
I'm not. I take your point.
You get my point. What gas mark?
What you like?
6.
I'm all right. I'm a good cook.
You're a good cook.
Yeah.
I actually believe. I don't know what this means, but you look like a good cook.
Yeah, you do look like you'd be good at. You do, yeah. Oh yeah.
I think some people just have.
Yeah. No. Do you know what?
Have an appearance.
I was vegetarian growing up.
Yeah.
So I was cooking all my own stuff from a young age anyway. So
You had to do it.
Had to do it.
You had to find your voice culinarily.
Yeah.
Nicholas Walker with a super chat. This is very, very Liam Rossini, what he's saying here. I had an awful interviewee last month. I asked where he lived. His reply? In the moment.
Oh, no.
That's brilliant.
I reckon he regretted saying that immediately.
A solid 5 second silence before he got up and left.
Oh, but you know what though? If you
Someone just said, hired.
if you can do that with a bit of a glint in your eye, you get a job.
It depends on.
You can't mean it.
It
though.
depends on how it was going.
True.
How it was going before.
Yeah.
I feel like if you didn't start with that.
Yeah, in the moment.
I don't know,
it's
man.
crazy.
Oh, it's
I
brilliant.
met a lad once, and he asked me where I lived, and it's someone I'd met before. He said, "Oh, where do you live?" And I went, "Oh, wherever." I told him, Northern Quarter, I think it was the time. I was like, "Where do you live?" And he said, "Just at mine." At my house, he said, "Just at mine." And like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Did you press him further?
No,
Or did you
it genuinely, because he wasn't messing. It wasn't there to press. Do you know what I mean? I don't. He completely circumnavigated.
Is he at his mum's house or something? And maybe he'd know where that was.
But I left completely bewildered. What I sort of worked out is about 18 months before the first time I'd met him was at a house party on his street. It was like a street party.
Right.
So I think maybe he must have thought that I remembered where he lived so much that he would just say at mine.
In a clunky way, he's kind of basically said, I'm still in the same place.
Still in the same place.
Just not very eloquent.
Mate, at mine.
Yeah.
We all live at mine. It's Ben Top. Morning, lads. Morning, Ben. Sad to see Sesko on the bench, but hopefully he brings him on quickly if we're struggling. Come on, United. Yeah, that is an interesting point. Carrick subs. Let's be honest, every manager subs. Because unless your players are scoring and winning you the game every time they come on, people find he takes him off too early. He takes too late. He doesn't do it until too late. He doesn't bring this guy, and he should have brought Heaven on instead of Malacia. He should have brought Ahmad on earlier. If you win the game, if your substitute scores, it was perfect. And if not, people always assume that there is something you could have done that would have won you that game. Like subs are just. Sometimes I just think you can't.
I had a bit of an issue
though,
with Newcastle because I felt like he got that one wrong. I felt like, well, I mean that's hindsight, I think, because do you know what? I understand that substitution because in a way it's like you think we're trying to win the game here. I could bring Aiden Heaven on, but I'm thinking about that one moment where maybe he needs to drop a shoulder and whip a ball in. Yeah. Malacia is better at doing that than bringing a centre half on. But I thought that Ahmad should have come on at half time. I think that. Especially with Cunha dropping, he wanted to come so narrow. We just didn't have any width. And even though we were dictating the game, I think the way I see having playing against 10 men is that so much of what you do for half an hour is just trying to make the pitch big and tiring them out because then chances will come. And I feel like Ahmad gives you width there. And I was watching that second half just thinking that we weren't doing enough to tire Newcastle out. It felt very easy for them to defend narrow with the midfielders to hold the shape. Yeah, go out and get the ball when they needed to. But Cunha wanted to come in, and Burma wants to come in, and I just felt like they had so much energy going into that last 10 minutes, and we really didn't work them and make them tired, so that we could, find it a bit easier in that last 10 minutes. Sometimes the chances don't come until then. If we weren't playing well, I think these days in the Premier League. Team goes down to 10 men doesn't mean you're going to all of a sudden start dominating the game. They were playing better than we were. Yeah. But if you tire them out, last 10 minutes, I thought we could have maybe pinched it. But
you should be able to see that gap slowly open up, shouldn't you, as the game goes on? And like you said,
constantly, we didn't the midfielders having to go out and press and having to get back into shape and then. Yeah, that I thought was a mistake.
I saw this as a quote attributed to Arteta. I've not seen him say it, so I don't know. I don't know if someone just made something up on Twitter, but whether it was Arteta or whether it was someone pretending to quote Arteta, I do think it's a good point. Did you see this, Ronny, about talking about the way teams mark and press off the ball and defend off the ball these days in the Premier League? Almost basically, the thing I saw, which I agree with, is that pretty much everyone plays a man-for-man kind of pressing structure these days, or a defensive structure. It's just you have him, you have him, you have him, you have him, and win your battle, win your battle, win your battle. And two things come from that. One is it emphasises physicality and athleticism. Who can react quicker, who can cover the ground to intercept the ball, who can stay with their man when they're trying to dribble past him, all that. Because you're not relying on shape of the team and structures and marking areas. It's just you stay with your man, and if he gets away from you, then it's you're to blame. And therefore, it would benefit everyone if you are athletic, can turn quickly, can win balls in the air, can shove someone off the ball, etc. And it also means that players don't get chance to dominate opposition teams as much, because you don't have these like systematic kind of we're going to be here, we're going to line up like this. What's that? What was that, Ronny?
It's just the McGinn's win. Aston Villa's win percentage when McGinn plays is 62%.
Yeah.
When he doesn't play, it's 25%.
62%, by the way, is like title winning win percentage, or certainly used to be. So just on that, back to that. Sorry. So it also means that your system is never going to completely dominate another team's system, because you're just matching up man for man across the pitch. Yeah. Occasionally you'll have 4 or 5-0 games, but so many games, if you watch Arsenal, Chelsea, City, United, Liverpool, even the top teams like that, their games come down to a handful of moments. you're not controlling and dominating games anymore. Everton were as good as Arsenal for most of the game yesterday, and yet they won 2-0. West Ham were as good as City for most of the game yesterday. When we talked about Aston Villa last time, when we talk about United versus West Ham, think about how many games this season we've been roughly as good as the team we're playing, and it's a moment of brilliance one way or the other that wins you the game. That seems to be what the Premier League is. Like even Wolves, who's the shittest team ever, or not anymore, they're not, but they had been. When you watch them playing, when they're actually playing quite well, no one's battering them. It's 1-0s, 2-1s, 2-0s, because teams just eliminate the reality that we're going to come in and just decimate your team, because everyone's just going man for man all over the pitch. And you can have mistakes and you can have 2 or 3-0s occasionally, but so many games now in the Premier League are just, we're athletic, you're athletic, we're going to go man for man, follow you around the pitch. And there's no opportunities and spaces for games to be and teams to be blown away anymore. So I expect, much like with every other game, this game today is probably going to be a really close match. That like the Newcastle game. Sorry to bring it back to your point. Even with 10 men, you can do most of that work still. Maybe your centre back's got a bit more time on the ball, but everyone else is still being defended the exact same way, and no one's got any space anywhere, and we can still sort of control the game, or a 10-man team can control the game in ways that maybe 15, 20 years ago they couldn't. I don't know people's thoughts on that, but I did think it was an interesting point that so many games are so close these days, and you don't seem to have these complete tactical mismatches where someone just blows the other team away.
I think it's very common now watching games where someone goes down to 10 men and they just look very comfortable, and often they'll score the next goal, or they'll go on to win the game. I think it happens more and more. All good points.
Yeah, I mean, and played out 148 says that's why set piece FC are winning. I agree, because what now is the thing that wins your games are those small differentiators. Whether it's someone like a Cunha or a Bruno that can hit the ball from 25 yards out into the corner more accurately than other players, or whether it's the team that is the best at set pieces. Those 16 goals that Arsenal have got from set pieces, because every game is so tight, are probably worth 25 points, 30 points.
That's been his argument.
Whereas in the past, they would have been worth 10 to 15 points.
That was Arteta's argument. That's been his argument. And Arsenal's argument the whole time when they've been criticised for being squeezing the margin so much and being so particular and having this kind of reliance on set pieces to like break games open. It's because the whole reason is because everything's become so competitive and man to man in terms, and I'm like they're not being too much within like the tactics with coaches, and games could be so tight. He thought it's a way to kind of like when the game's settled to kind of break. As you said, I think Arsenal over the past year or so, or year or two, have earned quite a lot of points from set pieces, and it's like one of the games you watch so many games where they'll have a tepid performance, which can happen in the Premier League. They're struggling, it's 0-0. And then they break the game open from a corner, don't they? Yeah. So it's like, it's one of those things. And United have been decent themselves from set pieces by all accounts this season as well. Yeah, we've been pretty good. Dr. Z says, I feel this front three holds more potential because of their variability and capacity to get involved deeper. And Steve says, so who in Paddock would be the best godfather for Jay's new United fan child? I don't know. Who do you want? Me.
There we go.
There you go.
Done.
Sorted.
I've just never been a godfather before. So
you've got the job.
Yeah, don't need to defend it. You've got it.
Talk yourself out of it now.
Probably Joe, though, isn't it?
All right, let me ask you this. Where do you live?
In the moment.
You got the job. Well done, Ronny. You're the godfather. Well done. Very proud.
So it's interesting though, all the with the performance of all the English teams.
It's weird, isn't it? Because through the group stages, every single one got through.
Yeah.
Like Tottenham were fourth, and then you start to play the better teams that aren't doing this man for man kind of we'll just stick with you. And like we're actually going to try and do something ourselves here. We look a little bit lost, the English teams. Especially Man City, they were
it's like it's a Premier League issue, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, it's.
But that's the thing. I think what the Premier League has got at the moment is a really, really high floor and quite a low ceiling. So when you're getting through those group stage matches against young boys and you're playing FC Copenhagen, you're playing those teams that are all right, but I think the English teams are phenomenal against those teams, like we are against, like you have to be against the Brentfords and Bournemouths and West Hams and all that. But then when you get to like the genuinely top teams who have got their own system that isn't just a replica of everyone else in the Premier League, we struggle because I think there's Arsenal's front line just isn't good enough to be considered one of the great teams. It's just not. and yet they are probably going to win this league. But I think if you had put all the Europe's top 5 leagues into one league, I know it wouldn't be 100 teams because I know Germany's got 18 or whatever it is. But let's say there's 100 teams from Europe's top 5 leagues. I think you'd have more of the Premier League teams in the top half than any other league.
Yeah.
However, I don't think a Premier League team would necessarily win it every year, because do you know what I mean? I think there's that gap there between us and the real kind of elite teams. I think PSG at times can just blow English teams away. I think Bayern Munich even this season, I think they've stepped up a notch as well.
I think the elite teams in Europe just have quite a lot more star quality on their team, don't they?
Yeah, exactly.
They might not have the same type of physicality and kind of some of the laboriousness of like the way the Premier League teams have.
Yeah.
But I think in Champions League knockout stages, that bit of like world class firepower and superstars and moments of magic is kind of what wins you Champions League, which is probably the reason why Real Madrid have won it so much. And they've won it in a lot of seasons where they haven't really had the best of league campaigns in terms of competing with Barca for the Liga always. But I think it matters a lot when you get to the late stages of Champions League, that top end quality, and that's probably what the top Premier League teams are missing. And I think you said it perfectly. I think it's a league where the floor is extremely high. The floor in the Premier League is much higher than every other league in Europe, but maybe the ceiling in terms of the top teams aren't. If you get me, maybe.
I agree. Glenn F says, looking forward to the big one. I see us winning 3-2. First goal Casemiro, then a Bruno man of the match with a goal and assist for Sesko. We've got 9 minutes till kick-off. Let's get some score predictions in, please. Get your scoreline and goal scorers into the comments, and I'll get reading those. I'll start with you though, Ronny. Talk me through it. How do you see this game going?
I think there's goals in this.
Do you?
Looking at both lineups, I think Villa's lineup looks fairly attack-minded, especially if it's a midfield pivot of Onana and Barkley. Buendia, McGinn, obviously Watkins, Rodgers. They've got goals in that team. They've got attacking quality in that team if you're not careful. And if the game is quite a stretch, it could suit us as well. I think there'll be goals in this. I think 3-2 might actually not be outside the realms of possibility for United. I think our front threes could be quite well suited to causing Villa in the way they play and this team a problem. Especially they usually set up narrow, don't they?
Yeah.
Compact mid block. They've got like it's a 4-4-2-ish out of possession from Emery. In possession, it's very. The wingers don't really play as wingers, don't they? They play quite in field. It's almost like a 4-2-2-2.
They play quite central, yeah,
quite
generally.
Central. So we know where the space might be, which is out wide, and that'd be an area to exploit. Especially someone like Digne. I think Ahmad against Digne, especially 1v1 defensively, could be a matchup that works for us. Yeah,
I'll get in some predictions and then come to you, Tom. Yeah, Full Lane Huggy says 2-1 United. Ahmad and an 80-odd minute winner from Sesko. Steve M says 3-1 United. 5-1 says Sergio James John. Kite Boy says 2-0 Ahmad and Bruno. I think we win 3-1 with Mbeumo getting one at least, says Emilzi. Suvic says 3-0 United. Seemingly across the board, very confident. I'm seeing 2-1s, 3-1s, 2-0s. I've not seen anyone say that they think we're going to drop points. What? Are you as confident as the chat seems to be, Tom?
No. I think...
no, I'm not actually.
I don't think we've been playing particularly well.
Okay.
I agree there's probably some goals here. It's a good Villa side. I know they've been dropping points, but they won the game in midweek. Obviously, McGinn coming back into the side. I think it'll be. I don't know, 2-2.
2-2. Would you take 2-2 now?
No, I wouldn't. I'm hoping that we put in a performance. I guess what I've been hoping to see of the last few games hasn't quite. The performance haven't quite been there.
Yeah.
Within that, there have been a couple of results. We got the result at Everton. But we dropped points at West Ham, got beat at Newcastle.
So annoying.
I don't think we're in. The brilliant form we're in has tailed off a little bit.
Yeah.
So it would be great if we can, I don't know, bring about a bit of an upturn today and put in a performance. Because with the points that have been dropped, you win here today. Top four's looking pretty nailed on, I think.
Yeah, it would be 5 points clear of Chelsea in 6th. So not top 4, but the sort of proposed Champions League places at least would be the first time we've had a bit of a gap
Liverpool
there.
Still to play,
That's true. They're playing against Tottenham at 4:30 today, so we won't know that result obviously until later on. But
Liverpool loss.
you've got to assume it's going to be a Liverpool win, haven't you? Just with how bad Tottenham have been. It's at Anfield as well. Did you give us a score line?
2-2.
2-2, sorry, I missed that. CM talks MUFC, 2-1 United, Bruno and Cunha. Digne will get cooked. I think I agree with you, Ronny, but more specifically, I think balls in behind are going to be crucial. Like, the way we played against Man City, I thought capitalised on that really well. I think they don't play the highest of lines, Villa, but they have those little gaps in there, and I think, they tend to sort of sit outside the edge of their box. And I think that playing the ball through the lines quickly, Ahmad racing one-on-one with Digne, square balls across into the likes of Mbeumo and Cunha as well, or maybe cutbacks to the edge to Bruno. So I can imagine Bruno getting a goal. I'm predicting a cutback from either Ahmad or Cunha to the sort of penalty spot edge of the box area. 1 goal there, and I think again another cross, low cross, and Mbeumo in the middle, maybe tapping it in near post kind of vibe. But I think if we do, unfortunately, I hate to say this, but do what Newcastle sort of did against us, which is make runs off the ball and just play it early. Make runs, play the ball. Make runs, play the ball. I think they'll be in a bit of a sort of world of trouble, to be honest. And I think our width should be the thing that gets it for us. I think that's why Ahmad's playing, because you need that. Someone that, even though he's left-footed, he does hold his width on the right pretty well compared to like Cunha on the left, for instance. So I'm going to say 2-0 Man United. We've got some more score predictions. Emmy to get sent off in the first minute, says Steve. I don't think we can hope for that two years in a row. Lots of drop points. Can United capitalise for a change? I mean, I certainly hope so. No mention of my 5-year membership. Sorry, Glenn, I missed that. I thought we'd got over our differences. I ain't had any differences with you. I like you. The only difference is you don't like me. But it's nice to know that you're getting over our differences, so I'm glad. I think we need to get back to basics, or it could be 2-0 down before we know it. But 3-2, it'll be up the Reds. That's good. I'd take a 3-2. I'm going to take any win.
Yeah, any win.
But nice to see a bit of goal scoring again, wouldn't it?
Obviously, Rodgers was the difference, wasn't he, in the reverse fixture?
Yeah.
Look, they have gone off the boil a little bit, Villa, but I didn't realise McGinn had been out for 2 months. Maybe that's no coincidence at all.
Maybe not. Yeah, because they've had their worst spell of the season while he's been out. So it probably isn't a coincidence, is it?
No.
Although I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe they were due a bit of a dip off. They'd been overachieving on XG.
They didn't play well against us, did they? I thought we were a better team.
Yeah, and then it sort of levels out across the season, as people say. If we get a bit of volage, just to hear loads of flags in the Stretford end as well. I think there was even more. They'd put out extra ones and more ones than usual, which is good. He's their captain. Is he, McGinn? Is he the captain?
Yeah.
Is he always their captain? Or is their actual captain injured?
When fit, I'm sure he's captain.
Okay, cool. Maguire, it does look good.
Who does?
The flags and stuff, I just think it looks... Even though I don't know, some of it... Like, did you see people yesterday having to go at Arsenal? Because when they score, they've got 3 people behind the net who wave these big, massive flags. And people were saying, have you really got people whose job it is to stand behind the net with a flag next to them just in case Arsenal score?
Why not? Do you know what? I think if anyone else did it, it'd be fine.
Do you know what it is as well, though? And again, not sorry to bring this back to American sport, but when you see, like, in the NFL and stuff, and you see, like, between the plays, there'll be the screens all around the stadium, and it's like text moving up and down that says, like, make some noise. And everyone starts banging on the floor and on their seats and stuff. And it's a little bit forced, isn't it?
Where were the flags?
Fake.
Just to clarify. So, in case Arsenal scored, they were where?
They are between the goal and the fans.
Right.
So people sort of where ball boys might sit.
Okay.
There's a big, massive kind of 5 by 5 metre flag.
And so they just on the ground.
They're just on the ground.
Most of the
time. So it's not like fans have brought them in.
Right. Okay.
It's the club have got staff. Like, imagine a ball boy at Wimbledon that waves a flag every time there's an ace. I just think it's a touch forced fun, forced atmosphere to me.
What do you think of the song?
Which one?
Was it? Is it North London? Is it North London Forever? Is that a song? Yeah.
Let me look at the lyrics. I don't like this solemn, boring.
Because it's quite new, isn't it, as an anthem? And they sing it. I think they're trying to make it there.
Kind of like,
"You'll never walk alone."
Hello, governor. How's your mother? You all right, son? Be lucky, geezer. Double pie and mash and liquor. A cup of rosy, lee up chap. Or watch retired gangsters every day in Arthur's cafe. No.
They sing it.
I'm not having this.
Was it? Where's the?
North London forever, whatever the weather. No.
Yeah.
No.
Let's allow for next time. It's every game they do it. Yeah.
I've heard it, but I've not truly heard it.
No, you have.
You'll meet your muckers for a couple, forget your troubles for a while. I don't know though, because obviously, in London, is that stuff all just like all right, or did they find that stuff cringy as fuck as well?
I really don't know. I feel like even clubs in London think Arsenal are just the kings of cringe.
Yeah.
They are, aren't they?
Dear.
And now obviously you've got
Some
Liam
of this
Rosenior in the league. It's just the way football's going.
Yeah. No. See a hoister selling clobber or a dealer shooting bags. It's in the single mothers juggling a baby and a job. What in the nationwide advert is going on? The butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker. Fuck off. You don't mean any of this. None of this is real. You don't care about those people. Your season tickets are £850. Shut up. United have kicked off. Ross Barkley, forgot about him. Says DNA 980. Foul. Wow, they're cheating.
Book him.
He's kicked it away there. He's also saying piss off. Wasn't he?
I mean, it's mad, isn't it? I mean, that's how it looks silly, but like...
Kicking the ball away and then saying piss off.
It's a guaranteed yellow card in the 60th minute.
Yeah. Can we
it's funny
get
what you
one
can get
more
away
volume,
with.
please? Love that. Who's on comms? Gary Neville?
Ugh.
People
Did you see Roy Keane? They were talking about... I think the conversation might have been about Adam Wharton, but then they got onto Elliot Anderson about him being linked with the Manchester clubs. And he said, well, he's such a great player, isn't he? Could be going down playing in the Championship next year. And he signed for Man United.
From Forest?
The year they went down.
Yeah.
Or were going down.
What I will say about that is, when you watch the clip, I think he's...
I've only seen it very...
Okay,
yeah.
so what they're talking about is which England midfielders they would take to the World Cup.
Right.
Whether they take Mainu, whether they take Jordan Henderson, etc.
Okay.
And Keane's getting worked up because he doesn't think it should be just taken for as read that, like, Mainu should just go, oh, I don't care, I'm not even going to try and be in the first team because Anderson and Rice are just so much better than me. And Keane's like, you should be deluded. You should think you're good enough. You know, Elliot Anderson, he's about to get relegated with Forest.
That's fair.
Is he
Do you know
good?
what?
So he's kind of pissed off with the idea that maybe...
They've stripped the context away.
They've stripped the context away.
Sorry, Roy. And everyone.
And everyone as well. Everyone else. Not just people watching, but everyone around the world. Sorry to be a pain. Can we turn the brightness up a little bit on the screen? Because it's just on the slightly muddy, difficult to watch side of things. Yeah, you don't need to do too much, just a little bit. Thank you. Villa started with the ball.
I feel like we had a minor opening there.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, that's a great shout by you. It's very dark.
It's just so it doesn't reflect and we get a copyright strike because it's on the back screen, but I don't think it is. I don't see it on the wide. Oh, sorry. Yeah, also the two TVs are the same brand, so sometimes you change the channel on there and it changes it on there, which is annoying.
You talked about Mings. I don't like Mings. He's quite dirty, and also it was a Zlatan incident.
How old is he now?
Studs to the face.
Yeah.
He's got to be getting on a bit now, hasn't he, Mings? He's only 33. He came through quite young, though, I guess, didn't he? Because it feels like he's been around forever to me.
Those players that are much younger than you think they are, there's so many of those in the Premier League.
Yeah. When he was playing at Bournemouth, he was only 22. And then came to Villa 7 years ago. So, yeah, just mid-20s. Makes sense then, I suppose.
Nice.
Go on, Luke.
Go on, cross it.
Nice.
Cunha, deep cross, chance it. Oh, good header. It was a good ball.
Good ball, that. Couple of short moments.
Luke Shaw's way up.
Funny enough, that would have been a cross that I think he might have headed in.
Sesko. I know. Get there. Well done, you're out.
I'll make sure. I've got Ross Barkley transitioned into a pivot player in his Luton days.
Yeah. He can do it all. Has he won a Premier League, Ross Barkley?
Was he at Chelsea? No.
Was he at Chelsea in
Was
2016?
He could have been. I feel like he may have been.
It's not
Under Conte?
It's close.
Yeah. He was at Chelsea from 2018
Right,
to
yeah,
2022, so he didn't win it.
And how many appearances did he make in them 4 years?
100?
Not bad.
Yeah. One season he made 48, to be fair, and the rest are pretty staggered out. But
He's a good player, Ross Barkley. It's
Oh,
just
wow.
not quite.
well done.
Oh dear.
Well done,
Yeah,
Harry.
yeah.
That's a foul.
Yeah, the initial header from Euro weren't the strongest.
He shouldn't have gone back into the middle there. He should have headed that out to the right-hand side touchline. If you're going backwards, well, anytime, what the fuck am I telling Lenny Euro for? But typically, at least, you're told to not head the ball into the middle of the pitch, aren't you? For exact reasons like that, where you just allow a follow-up.
So I'm just looking at John McGinn now and I'm imagining him different periods of history.
It all makes sense, doesn't
Yeah.
it? You could see him being some sort of like, emissary to the Romans,
Just, yeah.
Tudor, medieval Britain. He's got the lot. Or just World War II.
Just working on a ship.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Cabin boy.
The best ball.
No, it wasn't. Who was that? Dallo?
No, it was Euro, a bit of a curly whirly. Ping.
That's too easy. Well done, Maguire.
Go on.
Strong start from Harry
Go on.
Maguire. Oh, he's gone the other way with it. He's tried to give him the eyes there, hasn't he?
Almost.
Because Mbeumo was the pass, but I think he's tried to go
Give it to the guy that
to
might
Cunha
be, though.
to Bruno instead. Yeah. It's just broken down.
There's space.
But again,
there, isn't
the
there, when
space in behind,
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Those runs in behind like that, that's exactly what I mean. And Mbeumo, Ahmad on the last line, making those runs and trying to play him obviously earlier than that. But those are the types of chances I was talking about. Or potential chances.
Go on. Good ball.
Just
Oh,
enough
God.
of a touch there from Euro. Keeper. Did anyone watch the interview with Senna Lomans and Ben Foster?
No.
Saw a couple of clips. Go on.
No, it was good. Just comes across really well. Interestingly, do you know he seems very calm and composed and chilled out. He said during his younger years that he was really shy and nervous, and it wasn't like a chilled thing. It was a sort of
He might still be that.
inward
In
thing.
his shell a little bit. Yeah.
Maybe he still is. The way he described it, as though it's something that he's grown a lot over the years.
To improve.
Yeah, and that when he first came through at Bruges or wherever it was he came through, that he was a bit sort of overawed by the fact that, for him, these sort of Belgian big name players and all that, and that he had worked with like a sports psychologist at times and stuff to get through some of that mental stuff.
That's quite cute.
Yeah, cute. I mean, so
Well,
it's something.
Happy with the choice we made because it
That's
could have been madness, couldn't
A
it?
sports psychologist helping with that's good, because typically that isn't really the mentality that gets you to, not that it's the fault, that gets you to the pinnacle of competitive sport, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like being kind of like unsure of yourself or lacking a bit of confidence and having what it sounded like imposter syndrome.
Yeah, maybe.
You can't definitely have that if you're playing for United. You can't have that if you're playing for United as well.
No.
So
Casemiro there with his starts sliding 2 working days before he gets to the player.
do you think it can't be, I don't know, Brazilian, but I'm not sure about gloves in mid-March. I don't know. Is that...
It was cold today, I thought. Yeah.
It's the rain, I guess, isn't it?
It was a lot warmer.
Gloves isn't a rain thing,
a couple of
was
weeks
it?
back.
No, but I mean, the rain makes you feel colder.
Once, yeah.
But then does it matter?
Hands, though.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just had a memory then of previous watch-along, Joe McGrath saying, I can tell when water's hot. Just by looking at it.
Just by looking
at it. What is it? The steam coming off the top?
I can tell when
There's no way
I can
you
tell when it evaporates that it must be hot. shit.
Villa on the ball.
I'll do it.
Good defence in.
Yeah, Ammo dropping right back in there. That's easy. Fucking hell.
Could have gone down there, couldn't he?
It's just massive in here, Onana. Get up. Casemiro's already
Just a bit of a late
on the
one.
route to a yellow card here. A couple of
I thought
fouls where he
didn't
thinks
even-
he's sort of completely
Has he
bewildered.
touched him?
I think it's enough in it. It's just
Maybe
nothing.
he has.
But that's
I'm
just
sure
what
he
we
has,
do.
yeah.
Do you say route here,
Oh,
but then when you're back in San Francisco, do you say route?
I say route then, yeah. I mean, I've never been to San Francisco, but should I ever go back there for the first time, I probably would say route, yeah.
I thought you were born there.
No. And you didn't think that?
I did.
You thought I was born in San Francisco?
Yes.
Why?
I don't know.
Why do you think that?
Was that your mum?
My mum was born in San Diego,
Oh,
so you sort of
okay.
a
So
third right.
The
or
ro-
whatever.
Have you visited San
the
Diego?
wrong
I've been to San Diego, yeah,
Yeah.
but not through like family stuff, just
Joe took me to San Diego.
Stretford Paddock.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But I've never been to San
Just
Francisco.
you.
Joe and Cole took me to
Yeah.
San.
Yeah, it wasn't like we went, just the two of us.
What would be wrong with that?
I'm gonna show you the
Nothing would
world.
be wrong with it, but it's just not what happened, is it? So I was just letting.
You wouldn't
Tom
go.
know.
You wouldn't go to
I'd
San
go to
Diego.
San Diego with you, yeah.
I think we'd have a great time.
Oh dear, oh dear.
State of that shit. Nothing worse than like a routine, an overthought free kick routine or a penalty or whatever.
Coming off
just,
like that, yeah.
just doesn't work.
You punched
at all, does
Lindelof.
it? He used to have a black eye occasionally for United, didn't he?
Pulled him there, hasn't he?
What was the foul for?
I think just was it McGinn? Just grabbed Mainu's shirt a little bit.
Right, United need to just get into the game a little bit. Villa haven't been fantastic by any means, but
They look more likely.
we've
to
not
fire,
really
haven't they?
done anything yet, have we? So look, 4 men in a box around Ahmad there. So I mean, Villa playing that quite a high line there, but then do tend to give your centre backs time on the ball, which means that, do you know those little intricate one-touch passing that we were doing against Arsenal and against Man City? I think the reason we've not seen that as much is because teams keep doing this against us. They'll give our centre-backs time on the ball and then absolutely pack out the centre of the
Squeeze it in
pitch
the middle.
so that there's just no spaces whatsoever for those little intricate 1-2s. And I think it's worked quite successfully against us. Our build-up play against Newcastle, there's large periods of the game where they had 10 men and we felt like we couldn't play out from the back.
Oh, God.
Oh, can we nick that?
Oh, I thought we.
And there again, Maguire's on the ball with space, Yora's on the ball with space.
Losing the midfield battle a little bit. What's annoying is when we were linked to Onana instead of Ugarte, and we went Ugarte instead, because of the sunk cost fallacy of it. Onana has kind of like been hate watched by United fans, kind of because they want justification for the fact we shouldn't, like we made
we
the right
didn't sign
decision
him,
not to
yeah.
sign him. So, you know, when you kind of like he gets judged by United fans quite
Yeah.
harshly,
Yeah,
like his sixes or fours, you know, that kind of,
yeah.
you know, that kind of psychology. And when he plays against us, he plays decently well, and people are like, "Oh, no, he wasn't his shit." Do you know what I mean? But
I think he's a decent player.
I think he's decent.
I don't think he's a top level player though.
No, I don't think.
I think he's good, but I don't. I won't want us to kind of. They spent 50 million on him, didn't they? I won't want us to try and prize him from there with like a 80 million bid or something. I don't think he's worth that. Go on, judge that. Should have got closer to that.
What?
Well done, Bruno.
I can't believe how good of a technician Bruno is.
Mad, isn't it? That's a
touch.
lovely turn as well.
Lovely.
And again.
That was good.
Lucky. Right,
We
don't
need
let him have
Dennis,
too long
isn't
here. Look at Harry barreling down
covering.
the line. Time. Well done. Really good covering. that
Maguire's a
from
weird
Maguire.
one, you know, because good covering. Like, there's times where he looks so incredibly slow, but then apparently he's miles per hour when he hits top speed, isn't that? But that goes for a lot of centre halves at that level.
Yeah,
at that level.
he's like a giraffe, isn't he?
He strides.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like a runner, does he?
The quickest.
The first 5 yards, you're getting everything sort of powered up, and it takes a bit of time. But once he's at full speed, he's a big lad with long legs. He's going to be relatively quick, isn't he?
Defenders do often clock some of the top speeds, but I don't know. Maybe if they got to sprint back
More
quite
space,
in for longer sometimes. You know, when they're recovering. You'd be surprised you can actually be an attacker and go through a lot of games without ever like fully like going full pelt. Maybe once a couple of runs, but it's usually short distances and bursts, isn't it?
Yeah, that's why players like Ahmad are quick players, but I would guess over 100 metres his body type is not right for long sprints, is it?
For example, Mbumo's faster than him, but I think that's over a distance.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, it's miles off. It's not going to great about 15, is it?
In the other games, Palace and Leeds still drawing 0-0, Forest and Fulham 0-0 as well. If Forest win...
Spurs are in the relegation zone, aren't they, going into that game?
I don't...
Oh, no, they know...
No, because
they're still behind.
Yeah.
West Ham are still, with just a point.
West Ham are on the same games, but I've got an inferior goal difference.
But Spurs have got... Who have they got? Is it Chelsea next? And then it's Forest?
No, Spurs have got Liverpool away today.
So no, after that...
No.
If they haven't got Chelsea, it's Forest. So that game is coming...
It's Atletico Madrid and then Forest.
Yeah.
Christ.
I know I'm coping about Spurs getting a result later, because Spurs sometimes do play okay when they play Liverpool, but it's just the way they've looked now that kind of makes you think,
There's just nothing there, is there?
Especially defensively.
Yeah.
If they've checked out. But Liverpool aren't exactly playing extremely well themselves.
I thought Forest were really good against Liverpool as well, so watching... And West Ham last night were excellent.
It's a lovely pass, that. Good touch as well. Go on.
Oh, Delo making a good run there. That pass back to the keeper that sometimes needed to reset is what every match going fan hates, isn't it?
I know. It's, you hear the groans, don't you?
I think people are getting more used to it because it's become so much more common. Like going back to the keeper, used to be like, "What the net's that way, the goal's that way."
Like possession's so important, keep hold of the ball.
You're shooting that way every single time, and now it's quite common, isn't it? Come on then.
Fucking hell, man. Taking time, Dalot.
Hurry up!
Throw the ball in.
Dalot taking... I mean, it's not just him, is it? But United taking...
And then said, deal with
40
that.
seconds. So look how many players around Bruno, look. In the middle of the pitch. Look how packed out that middle of the pitch is there. Well done, Cunha. Great cross.
Oh, it's a brilliant ball.
From Cunha, that, you know. That was absolutely fantastic.
It felt to me like Ahmad.
I need someone in there.
Was he pulling?
See, again, it looked like he was pulling him a bit. I mean, he's asking for it. No, maybe not. It just looked like he had
from there. Let's have a look. You just can't. It's just not. You can't see it, can you?
Probably let go in time, but yeah, it looked like he was just kind of trying to keep him close to him as he was falling.
He's that kind of player, Mings, isn't he? If without VAR, he'd just be all over you all the time, wouldn't he? Has he played for Everton, Mings? Because if he hasn't, it's such a... He should have. Do you know the way Everton play now? It would suit Tyrone Mings to the ground, wouldn't it?
He's an Everton player.
Absolutely.
Go on, Casemiro, it's always his head.
He hasn't played for Everton.
No.
It's one of the great shames, that, especially under Moyes. Tarkowski and Mings as your back two. Fucking hell. Just horror show, that, innit? Whoa.
Oh.
I don't like this.
Bloody hell, it's risky. Yeah. Okay, there we go.
See, look, they push up and then they just... You got time on the ball and we're just blocking the middle out.
Yeah, condense.
So United, there you go. These are the balls over the top. This is what we need.
Good
oh, it's a fraction off that, but that's good. That's what we need. Runs in behind and making the cross. Are we seeing here? Like, You can't tell because his body's in the way on that angle, but you can see something snap back there. Have we got an angle from behind the goal?
He has got hold of him.
Yeah, he's big.
Yeah,
it's a foul. I mean, it's anywhere else on the pitch, and it's a foul.
Because the thing is,
it impedes him jumping up.
Like Ahmad was falling with Mings. Yeah. There's no reason for him to, and he had a chance there of getting someone. That was so close to him.
Yeah.
I think that stops him jumping.
I mean, you're taking a risk there, aren't you, by pulling someone's shirt who you're running alongside?
But you know what's daft though? I wonder if
it'd be a red card as well. You know.
Yeah, the replay. We're only seeing that now. I wonder if they just. It all depends what they look at, don't they, to decide.
If they just saw those first two angles where you can't really see what's going on.
Whereas if it's that one they see first, you never know. They might say, "We're going to check this."
We need to stop and properly look at this.
You know.
Could have took a touch there. Good header.
Nice.
And again, there we go. In behind. Who's in behind?
Oh, he's offside. He's offside. Chase your pass. Go on, Burma.
Go on. Yeah. Force him long. Don't let him. Well done. Unlucky. Well done, Cobby. Get in again. Well done.
There's no foul there.
No, there isn't. There. Good. That's what you need, a bit of that. Just putting a bit of energy into the crowd with a few chase downs and tackles. It's it. Unlucky. I don't know where that was going.
This is better.
It has been a lot better.
Now, isn't it?
Last 5-6 minutes, United have just stepped on a bit. And just little things like that. Mainu making a bad pass. Instead of slowing his jog down, letting them have it, he went for it and forced, with the run from Bruno, and Burmo as well, forced Martinez to go long and then won it back again off Onana. It's good stuff.
It's a good ball. It's a really good ball.
Fucking hell. Great cross.
Brilliant cross, that. That's a Sesko ball, isn't it?
It is. Every little helps. See, that's what I was imagining. And Burmo just getting in at the near post there and towing one of those in.
Brilliant ball in that.
It's a really good ball.
Cross.
Yeah, it is.
He's got that in his locker sometimes, Dallo, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Great ball in, wasn't it? It was at Villa Park for that McTominay winner.
Right, corner to United. Come on.
It's always Casemiro, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's
well done.
Maguire. Flick. Head wide.
Go on, win that. Oh,
yes,
he's onside.
Yeah. Yes.
Hold on, come on. Building a bit of pressure in now. Building a bit of pressure. Corner to United. That was good. Good stuff there. Maguire winning this header against Mings. Casemiro trying to square it. And out for a corner. I feel better when
Mings playing.
Yeah.
Was it Paul Tierney, the ref?
No, he was yesterday.
Recently encircled Paul Tierney. Oh, it's Anthony Taylor. Can you not play more than one game a weekend?
I don't think so.
Really?
They're very rare. I think they.
Foul?
Go on. It's it. Do you know? I just didn't have the pace on it, did it?
No, it didn't. It looked a better save than it was. That any decent keeper saves
anyone
that.
could have done
Anyone would have saved that.
That's why any saved it.
Nice.
Anyone could have.
That was brilliant. He's read that there, Bruno. Right.
Slow down. We've got the overlap. Come. That's all right. And again.
Oh, Casemiro there. All the players to your left.
It's just, I think I touched too much.
From Bruno it was.
This is what I thought the game would be like, a bit like stretched.
Yeah. Bruno's top of the pitch, knackered. Casemiro trotting back in, look. Take your time.
Jonathan Trott.
Oh, I remember him.
Yeah.
What a player he was. Until he wasn't anymore. He's an England Test batsman, I don't know if you know him. Do you know him?
Yeah, I like a bit of cricket.
Is he number 3?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Big time 3. One of the best
another
South African born.
Another South African born that we stole.
Mm-hmm. I think his test average is like just under 50 as well.
I think I did see that. I think it's 44 he was.
Was it?
She's still good.
In my head it was better than that.
Still good though.
Yeah. Yeah, very good.
I think anything over 40 is good for test.
Oh, hold on.
Oh.
I don't mind this.
Bounced him.
Did give him he almost shit it, didn't he, Mings?
And then Bruno.
It's just bounced nice. Come nicely for them.
Yeah, he's getting a little bit back and forth this now, isn't it? Piss off.
No, man. Fuck.
You've had
He
enough.
didn't mean you.
Tom's had enough, he's gone.
You just told him to. He didn't sell it.
Does he get pushed? Yeah, it's a comfortable save in the end, isn't it, really, from Martinez. I'd have saved that.
It's good enough. Good save.
Simple.
You say anyone could have.
Anyone could have saved that.
Yeah.
Just because there's not enough pace on the ball, the only way he could have scored was a real looper
Like
into
a proper-
the top corner, far post kind of
Proper
region.
get your neck into it.
Yeah. Because sometimes when you head it down, if there's not enough pace on the ball, it's just so easy to save. But if it's a slower ball, just looping it. I can't know what I'm doing. Last 10 minutes,
Yeah.
United have definitely been the better team though. Just building a little bit. See, need those runs in behind again. So with Cunha. Yeah, keep the ball, keep the ball.
First goal's going to be important today.
Yeah,
So
massive.
I think it should be goals today.
See what the comments are saying. Why are we crossing the ball? Why are we finally crossing the ball when Sesko's on the bench? I mean, the thing is, you can still cross the ball without it being only a really 6'5" striker being able to get on the end of it. Like a lot of the crosses we've put in today have come in at hip height, knee height, waist height. Like, and Burmo can still score those. I know Sesko's instinct might be a little bit better around the 6-yard box, but I think crossing to players who are short, if there's space in there, then that's fair enough. The crossing's been successful because there's been gaps, not because, you know, we've got aerial supremacy.
And you know, like, sometimes correlation isn't always causation, but you don't know whether the patterns of play that we had to get into those crossing areas were because of the front three that we started with. You know,
Yeah.
like maybe the positions he took up, the fluidity of it, rather than just being, you know.
Yeah, it's hard to know, innit? I think as long as if you're getting the ball in dangerous areas, regardless of who's on the pitch, you should be expected to score goals. I think you can be a 5'10" and Burmo, or 5'9" and Burmo, and still score from across.
I think you're being extremely kind.
How tall is he?
It's like
He's not 5'7".
it's meant to be like 5'8", 5'7", maybe.
Jesus. Yeah, let's stop crossing, lads. Change my mind.
Some short players are good in the air, though.
Cut back.
Oh,
Oh,
it's not much you
there's
can
a
do
shot,
there. Yeah.
much shot. Only really
Well done,
good
Yara.
shot.
Touch. Yeah, well done. Go down. Oh, Cobby.
Lovely that.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Shoot.
Cunha.
He's gonna shoot.
I don't think it's not. He can't get it out his feet properly, can he? He wanted to run onto it.
Oh,
That's a foul. He got
he's done,
fouled.
he's done well there.
Oh, touch. Touch.
Still going.
Just can't.
it's a bit
It's not
stabby, innit?
falling for anyone, is
It's
it?
good though. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
they're alive to it because
We're
it's
winning the ball
not.
back.
There's no space at all, is there?
No, we're winning the ball back, high up the pitch. Some nice little intricate passing. Just not
You
quite.
want to get
forward.
Ahmad isolated, don't you?
That's lovely. That is. See that there, like hands up on his shoulders there.
Yeah.
You're just never going to get a penalty for it, though, are you? Who was it? The back post.
If he's
there,
injured,
jumping on
that is the most
Casemiro's
Onana
shoulders?
thing ever.
Why?
He's very injury prone, isn't he?
I can't even tell what happened. Get hit in the bollocks.
Didn't watch City yesterday.
Did I watch City yesterday? Yeah, most of it, not all of it. I saw a lot of the second half because I was on the train, and it was very much in and out.
Fernandes was good.
Was he?
Yeah,
I didn't see Mateus Fernandes.
yeah,
Yeah, he's someone
He's a
that's
good player, isn't he?
keeping up people.
Yeah,
played really well.
yeah, he's good.
Haaland was absent.
4 goals in his
Yeah.
last
Yeah.
18. Haaland.
Complete.
In all
like-
comps, or
I think all comps.
yeah.
That's
Yeah, then
weird stuff, isn't it?
Foden coming on late on in the game, and it was just it's mad watching this player.
Shouldn't be doing
This-
sidemen videos and that then.
Haaland.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know.
I agree personally.
Embarrassing being part of that.
I do, and not that it's embarrassing to be a part of it. I know you're messing, but like if I was a player that was out of form, I wouldn't be doing any of that stuff. If But I guess he's such a big name, isn't he, that he can do what he wants. Well done. Good header, that's a good header. Look at that. 35 yards, out wide, out safe. Very good.
Luca Dini's that guy that travels 2 hours every day to training.
Is he? Oh, he's in the back of that car, isn't he? With a blanket on and stuff.
The Vito.
Yeah.
The Mercedes Vito.
Where's he travelling from? Do you know?
London. A lot of foreign players are so obsessed with if they move to England, they can't fathom living anywhere.
He used to live
apart from London.
Yeah.
He used to live at top of the Hilton in Phil Neville's apartment.
Who? Did he?
Yeah, when he was at Everton, Luca Dean.
So Luca Dean, it could be him, but apparently sometimes it's their missus.
Okay, yeah, because they don't want to live in Birmingham.
Quite high maintenance and stuff. Like they just get used to that lifestyle where if they move, they want to be in a big city.
And also, look at it from their perspective. I've got no reason to be in Birmingham, like other than the fact my husband plays for them. Luca Digne needs to be in Birmingham. His wife doesn't.
Yes, I think.
Do you know what I mean?
Like, that's where it is.
I get it. You need to go there. I don't need to go there. Well,
Yeah.
I want to live in London, so I can get that perspective. But then you see the pictures. Have you seen of like people? There was a thread of pictures of like players taking selfies with like pillows behind their head and stuff. And you're like, where are you? Like, you're not on a team bus. You look like you're laid down, but you're not in a bed. And it's like that. The Mercedes Vitos with like a bed in the back, basically. And they get picked up at 8 a.m, driven to training, start at 10:30 or whatever, and driven back down. Just on the phone, watching films.
Plenty in Birmingham.
Yeah, I would.
Obviously, they can afford to have a Mercedes Vito.
Peaky Blinders tour.
Yeah.
Because it won't be cheap. But,
No.
But yeah, same way he lived in Manchester, obviously, when he was playing in Liverpool, which is common.
Well done, Cobby. Well done. Right, now go. Who we got?
It's the right. There was nothing else there. It's
the Trivella.
Ben Top with a similar question. How many crosses have we need Sesko now? If we're going to be whipping crosses in, why would we have not started Sesko and Burma's been invisible? Yeah, I mean we spoke about it a little bit before. It's hard to know, innit? You don't know what it would have been like otherwise. You don't know whether he would have necessarily got on the end of things. I think we'll see him later on if it stays like this. But some of that little intricate touch and go that we've seen on the edge of the box, Sesko isn't as good at that. So where we've built up a bit of possession and a bit of pressure, I know it's not amounted to a goal, we probably would have struggled to do that with him on instead of Ahmad, basically, or Cunha. You sort of can't have everything either way, can you? So you've got to pick what you think is the best. Look, this is what I mean. All the time in the world for the centre-backs, literally just dropping off. Going for a long ball over the top, win the second ball, lads. Nope. Can see what we're trying to do.
We did a lot of that against Liverpool, didn't we, at Anfield?
Yeah.
The long balls, picking up the second and going from there.
Well done, Dallo.
He done well to recover, but he wasn't his initial position. He weren't goal side.
No.
There are little details. If he's goal side, when he makes that interception, he can step onto it inside the pitch.
Yeah.
Had to be last ditch because he was caught out a little bit.
I thought he was going to get there for that.
Game's drifted last 5 minutes or so.
Yes.
Back.
Villa just passing it around the back. United pushing up. There's gaps though, isn't there? Look, the two midfielders, you can just...
Cage, isn't it?
Yeah, very.
Yeah.
A lot of this. Long
it does
balls
now.
it
It makes everything a little bit flat, doesn't it, when
Yeah,
the
it
game
does.
drifts like this?
It feels like the ball's been out of play a lot in this game.
Because there's nothing for fans to go after. Come on, that's not. I didn't think there was enough in that.
If I was playing in this, I would, the next time I get the ball anywhere closer than 30 yards, I'm having a shot, just to give, like you said, something for the fans to kind of get their heads around a little bit and sort of rally around. Because at the moment it's a lot of this, passing it, then inevitably we either cross it into no one.
And now we've almost given up on crossing now because
And Burma made a run then, but it got ignored.
Go on, Harry.
Sometimes be patient, pull him across, switch, circulate it, not too slow though. Got to keep him honest. As I speak away from the mic. Just need a little bit of ingenuity, quality.
Yeah, we do.
That's
Almost.
lucky.
Well
Well
done,
done,
Ahmad.
Ahmad. He's so good at that, isn't he, Ahmad?
See, that's those little bits like that are what you don't have when he's not
Yeah.
playing. No one else does that as well as
you
him.
see all these little things where you think, oh, we nearly nicked the ball, and all the time I think Ahmad probably would have done.
Yeah. He reads the game very well, and his reactions and responses are very good.
It's a decent ball, that.
Ooh,
Good
good effort.
cross.
There we go. Corner, come on. That's what we need. Something just to
It's a good cross.
build a little bit of momentum. Again, though, there, if that ball gets through, and Bumo's got a tap in at the back post, say a tap in, a clean strike at the back post. Corner to United, come on. Let's do a little bit of a fancy one. We've had a couple of them this season, haven't we? Little routines that have worked out, and Burmo scored one. We're going for it.
Okay.
Short to Ahmad. Back to Bruno.
I'm
Out
not
to Cunha.
sure. I'm not.
Burmo
Good pass.
skies
Is it still
Ahmad at
part of the
back.
routine?
Oh, what a touch that
It's-
is. Jesus Christ, what a touch.
What a pass.
Yeah, this
that
is all
was.
part of the routine
I
still.
think it's still going.
I'll
yeah.
let you know when the routine
Yeah.
ends. Yeah,
See,
this
this-
is it.
See,
Ah.
Done now.
see the disguise on that shot, on that pass from Mbumo.
Yeah, by slicing it 30 yards up in the air and out wide. See, what should have happened there at the end of all that
Never let
is
him know you for next.
Maguire at the back
Maguire
post. Yeah.
should, and he's
He's
lined
just-
his
he's
run
gone
up
offside
perfectly.
as
Do you
well.
think? I thought it was close.
I thought he just
should have been getting on the end of that. Recovered well there though from clearly a fucked up corner routine. Won the ball back as well. Didn't see how. It's a poor ball.
Yeah, I thought we could have we won it back there. Could have taken advantage of
Play
it.
the ball like that.
Villa have been, since that first 10 minutes where I thought they'd settled a bit better,
Yeah.
they've not offered anything at all.
No. Watkins has had 8 touches. All down the
Striker's
left-hand
not
side.
touching the ball day.
Yeah. Well, I feel like Burmo's had a few. It don't feel
Nah,
like
it's
he's
just, they
been...
put both touch maps because I think they've had the least 2.
There was a
But
graphic went up, maybe it was about 15 minutes ago, saying that Burma had only had 2 fewest.
I think after that he actually had quite a few.
But yeah, I think so too.
Oh my
Bruno,
God.
It's ridiculous.
Casemiro, go on. Unlucky.
Such good use. They're so subtle in it, the use of the body like that, and it
Yeah.
just sends players.
Goal before half time would be nice.
It would. Cooney just got 3 players around him.
Not going to be an easy side to break down, are they?
No, good touch.
That's good though.
Maynard.
Can you find this?
Oh
That's a
my
goal.
God.
Goal.
Oh no!
There's no point. Don't get your hopes up.
Just.
Don't even get
But
your
do you know,
hopes
it's the
up.
fact that his touch was so. His touch killed it.
It's a great run.
The first touch was
That's an insane
perfect.
pass from Bruno
Great.
Fernandes. That
Run, great.
that is an absolutely.
Oh, the run is
insane
perfect.
pass.
He bends it. His first touch is brilliant.
And then it's
Oh,
It
just
but
get
it
over the ball.
It just never happens with him, does it? In those areas, it doesn't. He's literally missed
Oh.
open goals in our last 2 managers' last games.
The technique
I'm not
on that though,
trusting
it can't
that
do
was-
anything else than go up.
I don't think that was like a hella easy chance, but at least at the target for me.
Hit the fucking come on.
So he's a right back.
I'd be gutted to not hit the target there though,
Yeah.
and I'm a centre back and I'm shit. I know that it's not easy, like you said, but the ball's dropping to your foot, 8-9 yards out.
Weak foot.
Yeah, even so, hit the target. Go on, put a good cross in to make up for it. That's not bad.
He always makes me laugh when he does them step overs. Nobody ever moves.
No.
Ollie Watkins at Old Trafford makes me laugh. I feel like I've watched him 3 times, and he always has like his worst game of the season.
Yeah. Probably score now. I've said that, but I agree with you.
It's what you call timed opinions, though. Like, the opinion might have been correct at the time.
Yeah.
It just might age poorly.
Yeah. I think overall you're 100% right.
Yeah.
United have been.
Luke Shaw did one sprint past Morgan Rogers earlier where he galloped, and then after that, I think he thought. I think after
5 minutes in, he did it, didn't he?
I think after that, he thought, that's my
contribution.
That's my sprint for the day. Now, like in. Oh shit! I've jinxed it. Good defending.
Maguire there.
Shit.
What a look.
That came off him again.
Definitely a goal kick. Yeah.
A little bit lucky there, United, but managed to get it safe in the end. It's unfortunate there, Maguire, because his tackle was ace, but then he had someone overlapping that just got there before him. Like, that's a great tackle.
Yeah.
But then, he couldn't do much about it, could he? Casemiro just sliding in nowhere near.
These conditions, you just knew he's just gonna.
Who's that there? Oh, it's his hand. He's fine.
Look at his build.
I mean, would you ever meet United jump again? Do you think he's that level, or do you think he's perfect for someone like?
That was definitely a corner.
It hit both of Maguire's legs and then hit McGinn about a yard after it had left the pitch.
Yeah.
Nice little slicey past that. Go on, good touch. Nope.
Lenny. That is what we call a jinx.
Let's pull that.
5 minutes to half time.
Even game so far. I think United have been the better team overall, but lacking a big chance, aren't we? Both teams. There's offside, surely.
Yeah.
Miles off.
So yellow, you can't do that.
He's going.
He's heard the whistle.
He's going.
Yeah.
I got away with one at the start of the game. Why are you booking him? He's off.
Yeah.
Oh,
Clearly off.
Is he trying to claim that I'm just making sure? Nah, that's well after.
Yeah, Miles. That's not. That is.
See, I thought Dallo there was close enough to him that maybe I think he was off. But, but that he'd let him play it and put it in the net.
But he hadn't let him play it.
He had blown the whistle.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
I agree with you. Maybe they should have done, but he definitely heard the whistle. Everyone stopped.
Fucking
hell, it's gone
sloppy. I assumed when I heard the noise they put it in the net, but
they got Tammy Abraham on the bench. So we didn't speak about him.
There's a time I would have had him at United as a backup striker. Tammy Abraham.
Same.
I don't think he's a bad player, but he's just gone off the boil. Was he at Roma the whole time? Because he started well there. Did they change manager or something?
Yeah, it's not like he was.
He got like 20 odd goals in the first season.
Would you have had Watkins? That was, I don't know, being talked about a lot, wasn't it?
In the summer?
Yeah.
Not over Sesko. I would have him. I think he's good enough to play for United, but there's too many games, like you said, like this, where, and this season, once he got 8 goals, it's all right. But he's someone that should be in their prime. He's 29 years old. Now is when we need to start seeing the 15, 20 goal seasons. And instead, he's been one of their worst attackers. Fucking hell.
Shit.
Got through everyone there.
Oh, shit.
Well done, you're out.
Brilliant.
Well done. Man on, inside. Yes, who's making the run?
Mad.
Good.
Lovely.
Great ball from Casemiro. Now it's our turn. Come on.
And we've got a
Bruno's on the floor.
There's no one in there.
It's it.
Have a go.
Okay.
I was
miles away.
I was quite a bit wide of it.
Yeah, it was.
Well, I don't think it was really on, was it?
Bruno just wait until he's onside there. It's a good run from Cunha just to give him that space, but yeah, by Bruno's standards,
it's special from there, wouldn't it?
Quite far wide, that, innit? Never looks at the goal. Yeah, ball really.
Good Good defending, yeah.
Just capitalising on a bit of.
Do you know what?
touch from-
Did he even tackle it with his feet, or did he just roll into the? Like it was his midriff.
Yeah.
Running the risk there, aren't you? But he's got away with it. Did well.
I think as well now they don't tend to give penalties for those hands on the floor anymore, do they? So you can get away with them a bit, like a blocking slide tackle rather than a tackling
Put your
one.
body in the way.
Yeah, because as long as your hand's on the floor, you're not going to get a penalty. And if it hits your chest and then hits your arm, it's not a penalty either, is it? That is not a foul.
It looked really soft, didn't it?
That is not a foul whatsoever.
Sometimes they just get bored and want to give something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just,
What even was that?
I'm not giving a foul in a few minutes. I'll do.
yeah.
As you're saying there, 11 games since Watkins scored against Man United. It's his longest drought of against any team in the league.
Trim's fresh though.
Yeah, give him that.
Do you think sometimes when a trim and a hairline's like that boxed off, it's a bit too
fresh?
Yeah.
What, as in like it's fake?
No, it's
Or
almost
it just
like
looks too much.
Like there's too much precision going on. Good header.
Yeah, I think it's something a little bit more subtle. Like sort of knocking a pan of water over.
No.
Something like that.
Yeah?
Huh?
I didn't. Who did that?
You?
How did you?
Miss. Ronny knocked his glass of water over.
Is that right? Did you?
Looking at you at the corner of his eye. Looking at you at the corner of his eye like that. Do you want a new glass of water, Ronny?
Nah, I'm good.
You sure?
Nah, there's only so much.
You're not going to slip it out the carpet.
There's only so much town centre water you can drink before
We're
you
putting that to the test today.
risk being poisoned.
All the hepatitises. Oh, shite.
What?
I have no idea what that was
Hepatitis
for,
D.
who that was to. Yeah, hepatitis
Come
that we
on.
didn't even know existed until recently. Chance for a
Come
counter
on,
here.
yeah.
Ahmad.
No.
Back to Cunha.
Slowed it down.
It's like, if Bruno's not the one counter-attacking, no one really knows what to do
30
they?
seconds.
Oh
What
my
the-
god!
What on
Was
earth?
that a shot?
Man said deal with that.
What was that? That was a shot, was it?
He tried to wrap it in, but it was just like.
Unlucky Casemiro there. Calvert-Lewin's put a penalty wide for Leeds against Palos.
I'll do.
Lovely time for that that whistle for Yoro, that one, as you're sprinting.
Yeah, he weren't sure then.
Yeah, you're in
I
a
think
tricky
he was about to
position there.
dribble out of play.
Yeah, I agree. Right, half-time 0-0. I would say a relatively even game where United have probably been slightly the better team,
Yeah.
but in a low chance creation game so far.
I think their best period of the game was the most dominant any team was for a 5-10 minute period.
Yeah.
But yeah, without making too many chances, maybe a little bit unlucky with the penalty, possibly wasn't enough, but there was definitely a chance there that if Ahmad wasn't pulled, he gets on the end of that. But other than that, there's not been much to speak of in the box, has there?
No.
Villa have probably come closer.
Have they?
Well, maybe
No.
maybe not closer in terms of chances, but in terms of having that, you feel like you're one killer pass away from a chance.
Yeah.
I feel like Villa, in the first 10 minutes, they found a bit more space. We've struggled for the space. It's been Villa have dropped very deep, and it's been difficult to find any. It's all been a bit balls bouncing off.
Yeah. A lot of ping
struggling
pong
to
stuff
stay
around
on,
the edge of
keep
the
it under
box, isn't it?
control.
What are your thoughts, Ronny?
I just think it's just been quite a poor game in general. Not a lot of quality in it. I think both teams have been extremely poor in the final third as well. Lacking that bit of, as I just said, magic, bit of technical execution and quality. I think we've had some good deliveries going to the box where we've not had people getting the end of it. Felt like the last couple of games we're complaining that not enough service was going into the penalty area. We weren't crossing the ball enough for someone like Benjamin Sesko who feeds on that. Being a box presence, he is 6'5", good in the air. And then all of a sudden today we're getting into those areas, crossing the ball in, and no one's in there because we don't have a box presence. Feels like when we do have a box presence, United don't cross the ball in and provide that type of service, and then as soon as we take him out, we have nice little tidbits of intricate football that leads to crossing situations, and then we don't have someone in the box to get on the end of it. So, but outside of that, I just think it's been, I don't know, it's quite ponderous at times. I don't think it's been quite as bad as the last couple of games. I think it's been better, which is a low bar, but I still think it's a performance that is pretty tepid. I don't think Villa have been great. I don't think they've posed much threat. How many shots have Villa had? Can't really recall any, if any.
None on target.
And, but then I think we're not really making gilt-edged chances or opening them up at will. I think it's just been a match that has been played quite poorly between the both boxes. It's almost something like if you cut both boxes out, it's kind of both teams fighting in that area and not really doing much once they get into the areas to try and capitalise.
I think this Villa team are here for the taking. I think you have to probably look at it as being a bit of a poor performance. You would have expected more. You'd like to see more. I think it carries on like this. You risk it. You wouldn't want to be dropping points to this Villa team if the second half carries on like this. It will be a missed opportunity, especially getting into the business end of the season now, where your rivals have dropped points and Champions League football on the table. It's just a bit lacking from United, as you say, a bit tepid.
I think I agree with this with Aaron. He said it's Premier League football, it's boring until it's not. I don't know what people are expecting. A tight game against a good Villa team. This is what we spoke about before the game. Every single Premier League game you watch now is like this.
You're absolutely right.
It's like it's two teams who are both well drilled. They know how to defend. They don't leave gaps. And when your teams don't leave gaps, and when they stick to the game plan, and when they track the men, and when they follow the runners, this is what games look like. And like I said, but you've got to rely occasionally on bits of brilliance, and everyone has to do that. That's not a criticism of the manager or the tactics. And Burma's been a bit quiet, but as would Sesko have been if he'd have played. Look at his goal, his touch maps and all that sort of stuff over the last couple of games. He doesn't get a lot of the ball. Strikers don't get a lot of the ball these days. Like, that's again part of just the way everyone plays in the Premier League. I think what we need is to keep doing what we're doing, keep having the ball around the edge of the box. Hopefully a couple of these little manoeuvres, these 1-2s, these kind of extra bits that I think we've shown that Villa haven't shown as much, will end up with us getting the breakthrough as the team tires. Maybe you get Sesko on to capitalise on the crossing opportunities, and maybe instead of taking Ahmad or Cunha off, you take Mbeumo for once, or you try something a little bit different so Ahmad can still keep that width in a way that, even though he's left-footed, as we said before, I think Ahmad does hold the width on the left-hand side better than Mbeumo does. I get, the manager needs to try something and let's have a little play around here, but so far it's been a relatively even game against the third and fourth best team in the league. I don't see why we should expect to be completely dominating against them. They're good. They finished above us the last 2 years. They're not a shit team. They're a good team. So to be the better of two teams in a relatively boring game, I'll take that so far personally. They've had 0 shots on target, 2 in total. If they end the game with 4 shots and 0 on target, we can't lose, or it's very unlikely that we lose. So I know that it's slightly risk-averse, but I'm all right so far.
It needs a bit more speed in the play.
Yeah, it definitely does.
I think it
definitely could be quicker.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm not saying we've been brilliant or that this is ideal, but it's kind of what I expected.
Yeah.
But I think overall we're the better team, and if you keep rolling the dice, keep getting the ball around the edge of the box, keep getting the ball inside the box, eventually I think our small sort of what's the word, advantage that we've shown will again extend over the game, and I think we'll win. But we've got to keep going. There's a couple of moments there as well. Ross Barkley pulling Casemiro's shirt that was never looked at. Ahmad's shirt getting pulled by Tyrone Mings, which I think the first 2 obvious camera angles didn't show very clearly, and that was never looked at properly either. I think we've been the better team, but not great at the same time.
So I actually forgot about this chance when I was talking about having the better of the opportunities. That's the best chance.
I don't
of the
think.
game, isn't it?
Villa have not had any opportunity.
It's more.
We've looked the most likely. And it's obviously without saying much. There's been a lot of nearly moments. Obviously, there's shots and chances that didn't materialise when we put the ball into good areas, but people haven't been there as well. But it's more. I think the main criticism is just speed of play a little bit in the final third. I think if we pick up a little bit, we could hurt them and exploit them, and I think that's just where we're lacking a little bit.
I just think with the pattern of the way the game's shaping up, Villa have had a few overloads. They've not used it very well. But even that, towards the end of the first half where Yoro makes the tackle, like it's a dangerous position. You know, we've not had that where we've got our dangerous players, standing players up, backing away into the box. But that's just not the pattern of the game, is it? Villa are getting men behind the ball and we're having to find a way through.
Yeah, 100%. And I'm glad we've got options on the bench. I'm glad Sesko's... I'm not saying I'm glad he didn't start, but I'm glad we've got someone like Sesko to bring on. Like, you look at the way the game's unfolded, we've got a decent chance to get some crosses in. Brilliant. We get to bring a big 6'5" striker on. That's not a a bad position to be in, is it? Ben Top said, I was just going to say that the Premier League has been boring this year, particularly. I blame Pep and now Arteta for it, honestly. Diogo Dallo, my God, he's shit again, says Mukla Tim. Yoro looking really good, says Jarvis. Yoro, I think, has done some of the best things of any United player in this game, but also a few of the worst things. It's been a high quality, polarising performance from Yoro. You're a fan of his generally, Ronny, aren't you? What do you make of his performance?
I think he's had a couple of decent moments, defended okay. I think on the ball, he always has a couple of shaky moments. I think that's an area he can improve in terms of his distribution, and obviously he ran the ball out of play, but there was also a switch that he hit that was well short that set them off for a counter. But even going past him, I think the midfield, there's quite a few games in a row now where I think the midfield battle hasn't been won by United. I don't think Villa have kind of outclassed us in there as much as has happened of late, or as Newcastle, but I think there's a physical disparity. As good as the likes of Casemiro and Mainu are in terms of the ability they have and on ball, and obviously Casemiro with his experience and cleverness where he positions himself, I think we do lack that little bit of athleticism in there sometimes that could probably take us up that one step further. But I don't know. I think it's performance is bang average. I'm not going to sit here and say it was terrible. I think we've had a couple of decent nearly moments, and we've pretty much neutralised Villa.
Yep.
I mean, that's a positive to take as well. But I think we just need to speed things up, man. We need a bit of urgency. I think if you're at that game now as a United fan watching, as a match goer, you haven't really seen anything to really get you up off your seat. You're not seeing enough energy. There's been a couple of times where we could have countered fast and we slowed the ball down and gone backwards. You can almost hear the groans. And sometimes that's what you don't want, because that energy can kind of permeate onto the pitch a little bit, and everyone gets a little bit shaky and nervous. And then the Premier League these days, it just takes one moment from Villa then when it's 0-0 and then they score, and then it's like the worst day ever. So exactly. United need to make sure that they start well in the first 15 minutes. The second half.
They definitely do. It's Hands Up for the Panther says, still have Carrick out and he's got to go in the chat. Said it last game, Joe. These idiots need constant joy dopamine every 3 days. Insufferable fans. Very aggressive there from Hands Up for the Panther. I do get it though. I get it from both sides. I understand your point, and I tend to agree with your point more. And I do understand as well that what we saw in that City game in particular, and the Arsenal game to a certain extent as well, felt more exciting, more ruthless, more aggressive and energetic than what we've seen in games since. But again, it's something we've seen a lot for years. When's United don't play as well when we've got more of the ball. We just don't. When the ball is higher up the pitch, when we've got to pass it around the halfway line and try and break teams down, we struggle. And against that City, we didn't have as much of the ball, and we could do our thing and played this really nice football through the lines very quickly. Against Arsenal, the same. And then you play teams where you expect to have more of the ball, and the game does slow down. You can't play fast, counter-attacking, one-touch football all the time against a team sitting on the edge of their 18-yard box. It doesn't work like that. There isn't enough space. There isn't enough sprinting and movement to go into, so and spaces to run into. So there's always going to be an element of, maybe just as United fans, we find playing against a low block and the way you sort of have to play is a little bit boring. There's not that much more you can do. You can make runs in behind. You can try and find them more quickly. Yeah, definitely we can play more quickly, less touches, speed it up a little bit, but you can't always just force it against a team that's sitting back like that, because where are you forcing it to? You're just going to give the ball away more often and get counter-attacked yourself. So it's hard. It is difficult, and hopefully we can either add an element in the centre of the pitch like a Sesko for a focal point, or Carrick can give him a bit of a rousing speech that makes things hurry up and play on 1 and 2 touches more often than they have been. But I don't know, there's not that many places you can go when a team sits back on the edge of their own box. It's not moaning, it's frustrating to watch slow football. Yeah, I get that. I do get it as well. We need a dribbling winger. I'll tell you what we do need, and you pointed out, Ronaldo, and we need a fullback on both sides that has got the legs to overlap. Because at the moment, if Cunha isn't making a run in behind, we've got no penetration on the left whatsoever. None. Luke Shaw cannot get up and down, cannot overlap his man.
We joked about it, didn't we?
Yeah, you mentioned it.
He made one run.
After about 5 minutes.
Morgan Rogers, where he burst past and he sprinted, and I think Luke Shaw's legs, which is probably that little bit like devil on his shoulder. I was just a bit like, don't do that again.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's Dorgu's situation at the minute?
Out for another 2 months,
another
I think.
months,
Yeah. Something like that.
So he's probably gone.
He's probably gone for the season, to be honest with you, because it's one of those where if he's fit with like a game or two left, they'll take care. Especially if it's is it a hamstring?
Yeah, I think so.
Hamstring, the type of player he is, they'll be very careful.
Injury, yeah. I don't think he had to have surgery on it, but I'm not sure. But it's 3 months, so it's a relatively severe hamstring injury. But yeah, I just think that would be a big help. Look at some of the crosses that Dallow's put in. I know he's fucked up a couple of times and he should have done better with that chance he had. But Luke Shaw's never even been in a position anything like that. He can't do it. He can't get up and back and all game like he used to. And I don't want to pin this whole performance on Luke Shaw, but there are little areas where it could be better, and you can see how it would be. One is the players just taking fewer touches, but the other is, if Dorgu was on, or if a more attacking left back was on that could overlap and gallop, you could get a bit of that intensity and that speed from the running. But we ain't got that, unfortunately. Complain, whine, yap, repeat, says Grisha Winner. Just looking at some of the other games then. What have we got so far? Here we go. All 0-0. Crystal Palace 0, Leeds 0.
This made me laugh here.
Forest 0, Fulham.
Goodmanson gets sent off for a second yellow, but the celebration
from Canbot there.
Yeah.
That is shameless.
So they're down to 10 men, are they?
Yeah.
Leeds.
After having
that could backfire so much when you celebrate like that, and then you end up like Leeds nick it or something.
Yeah.
That's just getting.
That was basically the last thing of the half. That red card, 45 plus 5. So you'd assume Palace will at least have more chances to win that game, whether they win it or not. And the other one, Forest 0, Fulham 0. As it stands then in the league table, Tottenham Hotspur are level on points with the relegation teams. All three of them would be on 29 if it stayed the way it is now.
What's the goal difference?
Tottenham's is 8 better than Forest and 12 better than West Ham. So that might be what keeps them up, to be honest, if anything does. Although a goal any time for Forest and it's a nightmare.
Although if anyone's going to get battered 3 or 4 at the minute, I wouldn't think it'd be West Ham or Forest.
It'd be Spurs.
100%.
Because even Forest, like they've lost 3 and drawn 1 of their last 4 games, but it was like 3-1 to Leeds. Fair enough, that was a bit of a battering. But it was a 0-0 against Wolves. They only lost 1-0 to Liverpool, and they lost 2-1 to Brighton. They're not playing badly.
Spurs are in free fall.
I think Spurs. This is funny. I think Spurs probably would prefer to be playing at Anfield than at home for this match.
Yeah,
100%.
You
Do you know what I mean?
You don't want to be in that atmosphere.
I feel like if you're Tottenham in a situation we're in after 4 games, you do not want to be playing against a team like Liverpool, who, if they decide to turn up with these attacking players, they can put 3 or 4 fast.
Looking at Tottenham's last 5 games, it's a 2-0 loss, a 2-1 loss, a 4-1 loss, a 2-1 loss, and a 3-1 loss. It's like
if they went 1-0 down later,
conceded more goals than Forest, just scored more.
And it was at Tottenham Stadium, and they go 1-0 down within 5 minutes. The stadium groans, everyone leaves, and then it just becomes a bit of a
I think they're still judged as being a top 6 side, so they won't get any leeway.
It's like United
because
a little
Liverpool.
bit last season, isn't it? Like it felt almost like we're not really in a relegation, but I know we were never this bad, but we're not really here. We're a good team that shouldn't be here. You lot should be, Leeds, Forest, West Ham, you're in a proper relegation battle. We're in like we just need to kind of get our heads together and we'll be back in European places. I don't think the Tottenham players genuinely believe that they're in a relegation battle.
I think it's crept up massively.
They're not playing in a way that indicates they believe it. They think,
surely not.
We'll sort this out. You lot are actually this bad. We're not this bad, and we're going to fix this, and well be out of this in no time.
If they get beat today, and they get beat by Forest, do you think they go down?
I don't think they're going to go down, Tottenham. I just don't think they will. As the game kicks up back off, by the way, got Ahmad on the left. I don't think Tottenham are going to go down, but I mean, obviously they could. I just think the fact that they've got that buffer of West Ham and Forest.
He's taking it off.
Another nice cross into the box. Go on.
Oh, brilliant. Unlucky.
Someone making that run.
Just do it short.
Quick starter though.
See, do you know what?
Quick starter to the second half.
It's a daft one that there, because Ahmad he's all over his shirt, but because he's played on, there's no yellow. It's a yellow all day long.
Lucky. Out wide. Right, another cross for it.
Oh,
It's not bad either, but
At least
it's
you-
not
at least
bad
you-
off the back of a bad
At least
touch,
you
though,
pinned
isn't
him.
it?
At least you pinned him, innit?
Yeah, and the runs off the ball are a bit quicker.
Bruno has looked sharp today with these
Yeah.
little moments. It's just
Go on then, whip it. And ball!
ball.
Ooh, did that hit his elbow there?
There was absolutely no appeal though.
There was nothing, was there? What's it hit then? His face?
Yeah.
It looked like he turned away and it hit
did.
his elbow there to me, but maybe that's
And he
not
was in the
exactly
corner
it.
of the box as
Yeah.
well.
No appeal though from
That's
anyone.
true.
So that were probably a bit closer than us. So I don't.
No, we're
Probably-
close. No,
probably-
we're closer than
Probably
them.
an indicator.
We're closer than they are. What are they? 2 meters away? We're basically
Yeah.
there. We're right
Maybe
on
he
top
stood
of it.
right in front of it that kicked it.
No, we know better than him, Ronny. That's what you have to believe.
So Bogart's right back, yeah.
Go on. Yeah, this is what we need. Runs in behind.
Switch. You got over
Good
hit
run,
those.
bad ball.
Pick that up.
Got over hit those.
I'm into the box.
I'm mad.
It's
Tricky area to shoot from
That
there.
pass wasn't for him, but he took it in his stride pretty well. It's just the shot was a bit.
could he have shaped a little bit there onto his other side because he's got a bit of space there. I feel like it wasn't. He didn't need to snatch at it. But it's a good start to the second half.
Yeah, much better, much quicker. Cyber Recluse says, things can't change overnight. Our midfield and fullback have been average for decades. Stop overhyping our academy players. We need heavy investment in these areas. Mainu, let me just get the wording right. It's just frozen there. Mainu isn't a starter quality yet.
That's our ball.
Get off the ref.
Nonsense.
You refs, man, always in the way.
Yeah.
You refs.
So how are you like when you play then, towards refs?
Me,
When you actually play?
well, I try and be like respectful.
Because you've been in their shoes.
Say hello.
Like bus drivers.
The thing is, that once the referee's given something, he's never going to change his mind. But you also want to. I do think you should pressure the ref a little bit.
Sometimes appeals and that type of pressuring is to kind of like, it's almost psychological to like,
It's like,
you're
look,
thinking he'll give you the next one.
You've missed that one, but this is going on.
Yeah.
You've set it in the right way. Like, just keep an eye on this because there's no point in calling him, whatever.
No.
You've missed this, or open your eyes. Like happened today. The ref, he missed a.
Well, I think that was a foul,
Like he missed an obvious corner.
I don't name call. I don't name call refs. I just moan about the actual decision they made.
Yeah.
I know a line I don't like at this level as well, especially with outliners, is they guess a lot. So I'm like, don't guess.
You guess.
Come on, that's good.
I just very calmly look at them and then read them there, tell them the school that their children go to.
Yep.
Just keep saying it over and over again.
That'd be funny. It'd just be like, Prescott Elementary.
Yeah. Year 4.
Drops off.
This is home class.
Dropped off 8:45.
Yeah.
Takes
18-minute drive.
Takes the A60.
Yeah, just really quiet. No one else can hear it. And they tend to start giving the decisions your way after that. No, I don't talk to refs.
No.
All I say, how long's left? That's all I ever give. Give them the how long's left. Do you know what I hate? Refs that don't tell you how long's left.
I've never really
I've had
encountered
it.
that.
Only a couple
I've had
of
that.
times.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, well, you'll see, won't you? What? Fuck off.
And you got to ask him, is it added or is that added on or is that all in?
They just
be
don't
like,
want to tell you. That's real like ego dickhead refs though that do that. Right, Bruno, Ahmad. Go on, back to Bruno. Go on a ball, come on. Been a much better start from United this second half.
In the box in Burma.
Dallo making
We've
a
got
good
an
run there.
additional attacking option today as well with Mount back.
Is he right there?
Just depends on.
Yeah, I think he's.
Oh, I missed Mount. I didn't even see he was on the bench. I would have spoken about him before. I didn't even see he was on. That is good.
Do you mean
What was he-
it
what
was
was he
better
out with?
talking about homework?
That's true. Yeah, I enjoyed talking about homework, but I would have mentioned Mason Mount. That's good. Good to see him back.
I'm surprised we didn't when he's proper teacher's pet vibe as well.
Yeah.
Corner cross.
Cunha. Scuffy. Scuffed it.
That was.
Didn't he? Just
so-
pulled it a little bit there, Mateus Cunha.
That was stabby.
Yeah.
Good cross though. Wazzed. This.
Straight into the ground, innit? Just pressing, forcing Martinez long. Trying to isolate Yoro, but he does very well again there.
This would just be a disgusting game to get sucker punched in at the minute.
Don't even feel like...
Because Villa only drop deeper, won't they?
Here we go.
Come on.
Good run.
Decent effort. He didn't have many places he could go there, really, did he, in Bournemouth?
Had to be perfect, didn't it? Top corner.
But we'll take that.
Usually where he thrives. Good defending. Good tracking back from Cunha. It's a good run.
Yeah, it is.
Good touch.
Bruno with a great pass as well. Good touch. Decent strike. And maybe again,
corner,
could have...
Yeah.
In the dream world, you've got Ahmad tapping in the rebound there, but it was all very stretched, wasn't it? Decent effort. Another corner. Yeah, when you said there about Villa getting a sucker punch, it feels so unlikely at the minute.
Go on.
Casemiro! Come on!
Good at that!
There we go! There we go! That is a fantastic header. Unbelievable.
Bruno again.
Right in the corner as well. Near
was
post,
that an outswinger?
And the lightest of glances, and it hits the base of the back post. That is a fantastic header. Is he in front of the near post there as well? That's a brilliant header from Casemiro. Bruno assist again. Was it 15 for the season now for Bruno Fernandes, equaling United's all-time single-season record of David Beckham.
Oh,
yes.
Hitting the 6-7 as well. Don't love it, to be fair. Feels a little bit outdated. Hate it. Casemiro kissing the bag.
Is it somewhere else now? Is it still 6-7? I'm sure.
Kids are saying 21. They're saying all sorts.
Yeah.
I spoke to a 9-year-old recently, who shall remain nameless for obvious reasons, and they said 6-7's out of date, and that was a month ago.
It's a lovely run there.
Brilliant header, man. Fantastic header.
It's just brilliant.
If people like, that's the sort of header you see it in. That is unbelievable. That's so hard to get right. He's probably 6 feet in front of the near post, and he's probably 6 feet
times
off
it perfectly.
In front of the,
gets a jump.
It's amazing. It's the only
Faded
place that can go in.
Yeah.
That is an amazing header. That brilliant, and a really good start to the second half.
Good second half so
culminates in an early lead as well. Really good.
See if you picked up the tempo and urgency. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
What are you like in the air, Ronny? What are you like in the air?
Shocking.
I was going to say I can't imagine you being a great player.
I'm not great in the air.
No, I'm not really. I'm all right in the Maguire way of like,
right, okay.
I'll win a header, a defensive header.
Right, okay.
But my accuracy for like scoring goals like that is
you win the kind of headers that'll give you a migraine.
Yeah. You're on the couch.
What's your jump?
The base of your brain is hurting in the back. My jumping? Let's just say I have to duck under the rim when I'm playing basketball. Yeah. That's not true. I can touch the rim of a basketball.
No, but I'm thinking, what's your leap like?
Yeah, so what about it's fine. It's probably below average from a height, but
I feel like I should be better in the air than I am.
Yeah,
I end up just like grappling or pushing.
Most of being good in the air isn't about truly how high you get.
It's not at all. No,
it's timing. It's reading the game. It's all that stuff in it. Yeah.
It's fucking hell. Villa woke
bit of bravery.
Go on. Hold on. Mano. Nice.
Got red zone.
Oh my god.
Swing your left.
Douche. It's a good touch.
Oh
Just sometimes the light on the pitch just takes you to a game from the past.
Oh!
God, whoa.
Ahmad with a foolish little cross there. And it's a foul, It is a foul. Casemiro fouled him.
What the fuck was that from Ahmad?
That was awful from Ahmad.
Rodgers decided to go down 10 days later, though. Yeah, it's a foul, but then he decides...
Probably doesn't get advantage, does he?
Because, his little flick there that he has to then play doesn't quite come off.
He just dives through the air for no reason, but I don't think that was the foul. It was the Casemiro touch, wasn't it?
It's a great position, this.
Yeah.
Sun beating down.
Yeah. it looks like it is that sun, like sort of winter sun, isn't it? Low.
Do you know what I was
in the
just
sky
saying? It reminds
every
me of
season.
the sun when Wolves scored a free kick here at this end and beat us 1-0
Horrible.
from this exact position.
Yeah, and it's a good position as well. This.
Is it Dino?
If you're a right footer, it's Buendia.
Yeah,
or
both of them are a bit of
It's not a great
specialists.
position for Dina, is it? It's a
Both of them are specialists as well.
bit central there in Neil Hammond's.
Good wall.
Good wall.
Very good wall. That.
Buendia's
Casemiro.
trying to say handball. Is he saying handball? Or is he saying the ref? Or is he saying the wall creeped up?
Wall creeped
Sure.
up. Do you remember that? Do you remember the one Dina scored against us where the wall was 15 yards back? Do you remember that?
You what?
When Villa beat us, I think it was about 3-2 or 2-1. Was it Anthony Taylor? He put the wall back 10
yeah,
yards
too
and
far.
then did another 5 yards.
Headed away by Maguire. Good stuff. Oh, I thought there might be a chance
Yeah.
for a little toe in there from Ahmad, but I don't think there was. Bloody hell. It's a good ball, that, you know.
It's found its way, hasn't
It's
it?
a really good ball, that. Right, go on.
Yeah.
Ahmad's not gone with him, has he? So it's an easy pass out there.
Ahmad.
Yeah, here, look.
Oh.
If he'd have tracked
Yeah.
Konsa in the middle, the defender wouldn't have had such an easy ball out, but I think he's
Yeah, we've kind of like
conserving energy a bit.
sat back a bit since.
Yeah. And they look completely different as well, though, Villa, don't
Yeah,
they?
they woke up after we
Yeah.
scored.
I mean, it does happen, doesn't it? It's you think there'd be a way to minimise it, and yet it seems to happen all over the world in football, doesn't it? You score a goal, it wakes up the opposition, and you start sitting back a little
I
bit.
think
It's
that
just-
little bit of vulnerability that you're expecting in a cliche way, you maybe just drop back a little bit, take extra caution with everything.
But they've looked more dangerous in the last 2 minutes than they've looked in the entire game
He's
so
got.
far.
Did he?
What's happened here? Didn't they just run into each other? Why is it a foul to them? A free kick to them?
He's won the
Gets
ball.
the ball. What what's
I don't know what he can do there. Oh,
just
yeah,
there's nothing. Just play on.
it's unfortunate
stop
for
the game
it's
if he's
unfortunate for
injured.
Rodgers there to have the collision, but
He's won the
neither
ball.
Ahmad or Casemiro has committed a foul.
No,
He's reffed it on the collision, hasn't he?
100%.
Leon Bailey and Tammy Abraham.
Real on their day players. Bailey's one of them that it looked like he was going to step on and be like one of their main guys, and then now he barely plays for him. I'm glad we're seeing them chat so much, though. I love that.
People say that, don't they, these days about the Sky cameras?
Yeah,
They just hover on nonsense for too long.
yeah. I just cannot be bothered with it. And instead of ever adding it, like, I don't know if you saw it the other night, but like years ago on the app, TNT used to have a thing where all the goals would come up, a little ball
Yeah.
above the timeline. You could click on them, look at chances, all sorts. This was probably 10 years ago when they first got the Champions League football. Let's watch this corner.
No.
It's a great cross, and it's headed over by Tyrone Mings. That was 10 years ago they had that. Sky have never had anything like that in the entire time they've had all the Premier League games. I don't know if you saw it the other night, Prime Video trialling this thing called like Ultra View or whatever. And it's a bit gimmicky and it's a bit too much, but every time someone's on the ball, their name comes up above them on the screen. There's a map at the bottom like on FIFA of where everyone is.
Yeah.
You can see how far that people have kicked it, how hard they've kicked it. Chances are popping up. You can look at stats and they come up on the screen. And I get that not everyone wants that, but Sky have literally not changed their product in any way in 30 years.
They've just gone all in on influencer culture, haven't
Yeah,
they?
that's it.
Is that because they've not had to?
Well, clearly it's because they've not had to. But I think, like, instead of giving us more shots of people warming up or the manager, give us stuff that we might actually want, or at least options that we might want. You've got Ryan Reynolds doing the commentary instead. That's it. That's all they've done. They've had a 30-year head start on or 20-year head start on everyone else at the start of the Premier League, and their product is the least content and dynamic of anyone.
Yeah.
Like, even if nothing else, give us a separate stream online where we can watch any of the cameras at any time. Do you know that top-down screen that the pundits see?
Yeah.
Let us watch that on our laptop if we want to. Let us watch a different camera. Give us options, but it's just this. You can't even rewind on fucking Sky Go.
That's a foul. Well done, Ahmad.
Well,
He's done really well.
Well done there.
Because he got.
Come on.
Meg's in
I
there.
feel like he got kind of stitched up a bit.
Yeah. Dallo playing up front for United at the moment, and Burma on the left, and Burma on the right.
Go on,
What's a
go
ball?
on.
What's a ball?
Oh.
Shoulder. He makes such good runs, though. But the end
He
bit's
does, doesn't he?
the end bit's always
ghosts
like that.
into the box. Did he have to edit?
Him. Whatever he did, he didn't have to. He should have done something.
Oh,
Oh,
it's completely off the shoulder.
Take it, chest it.
He could have. I felt like he could have done.
It's a shame, isn't it? And it's weird because you wouldn't usually think go to a fullback and tell them to practice shooting, but for him, I actually would. I think it lets him down quite a lot inside the box.
Gets a nosebleed up there, doesn't
Yeah. And he gets in those areas really well, like you said, Ronny. He does a very good job of getting those sorts of chances compared to the left-hand side, which never gets anything way up.
Yeah, he's providing threat there. Obviously, Luke Shaw just doesn't go forward.
No.
he? Pressure Martinez here.
Yeah,
Can't touch that.
Too easy, that.
I'm getting to nervous stage.
Buendia. Go on then.
Oh, I felt like he.
Yeah.
Go on. No. Fucking hell, man.
Did he save that?
I think so.
Yeah.
Good save, Lommans.
Don't like how the game's
How's
gone.
that managed to go all the way through?
Don't know. They didn't have a shot on target until we scored. So easy though, innit? Everyone's 2 yards off the man when the ball gets there.
Where's Dalot in the middle?
Because he's playing up front. For some fucking reason.
Yeah, I thought Ahmad just let that ball roll out and didn't press it.
See, these two here, shouldn't be able to get through both of them. It's a good save from Lommans, you know. You know what I mean? Like, between the two of them there, he can't be coming out with that. Just Cunha there as well, of all people. Lucky he was, because otherwise he can step onto that and just pass it past Lommans.
I'm getting a bit nervy already. No.
Touch. Well done, Luke Shaw.
Sure.
Oh, bollocks.
You lucky bastard. You jammy fuckers, that cross there.
They're all asking for a handball on
That
Mings.
jammy bastards. It's the shittest cross I've ever seen. Scuffed it.
Oh, so fortunate.
That bit was scuffed. The finish from Barkley's was
There's-
fucking.
I think they're asking for a handball off. Not from that play, it was the one before.
Just didn't get rid. The way we played after the goals.
They're asking for, because he catches the ball, doesn't he?
Catches.
Well, I think it's like that.
Scoops it.
He scoops it. It's
I guess a touch off Luke
and then there's a
Shaw.
player offside.
Yeah, there's a
player
blocking
offside.
his view. Onana's definitely
He's got
blocking
to be
his view.
offside. I mean,
Onana has to move out the way so the ball doesn't hit him. You can't say he's not blocking his view.
He's having
there.
to look there. That's offside.
That's offside. It is. Onana has to move out the way so the ball doesn't hit him, and that's offside. It surely is.
Yeah, it's not directly.
No,
It's not
from
directly.
that angle though, I'm
Yeah,
wondering
but
if
that angle
it's
is
got to
there.
be blocking Lommans.
That angle, it looks like he's not in his
Looked
eye
like he didn't block him.
Not in his eye line.
But there's some stuff to check. I'd like to see that handball again.
I know, obviously, with the letter of the law, we can be hopeful a little bit. But
the last replay, I didn't think it was off.
I think they're checking
Whether
whether
it touches
they're
him.
checking whether it touched it. If it touched him, then it's offside. If it isn't, it's not. Can we zoom in? How pixelated is it going to be? If you,
I don't think you're going to know either way, are you?
And because
It looks like, I mean, there's no gap, is there? But you can't tell.
Nah,
can
but
you?
it's got to be completely like what's the word?
You just can't tell.
Yeah,
can
it's
you?
got to be. Has it got to be
obvious.
extremely clear?
Based on that, I wouldn't give that. I would
give the goal?
No, I would say goal based on that. It doesn't look to me like it's. Oh, does it just fade
I think
away?
Yeah, the way the ball goes in the net.
probably does flick his shorts, but you can't tell on any of the videos.
Yeah.
Is what I would.
Well, that's
say.
what I mean. I wouldn't be.
I think it's probably going to be a goal. Are they checking the handball?
That's the one I thought that they were all asking for.
It was. Goal. Bollocks.
I'd like to see that on ball again just to see, because if it's if it's not that.
Did they even check the handball?
I don't know.
They didn't seem to, did they? We didn't see any replays of it via the VAR replays.
No, I had no idea if it was. It was just that's what the immediate appeal was from everyone when he handballed it, or when it hit his hand.
Villa
that goal was coming, wasn't it?
Completely dead until we score, and then just snap into life. You can't keep just getting through fucking three of you. Hurry up.
They've been a step faster than us, since.
Well done. Good tackle, Euro. Well done. That's alright. Just get it out a bit. See Sesko now then. Get Mbeumo off. Sesko on. But then now you might want someone to counter-attack more.
Yeah.
That's a risky pass, that.
I can't believe the turnaround here.
Come on.
I know. Oh, come on, Casemiro.
No. Oh no.
Fuck, man.
That's come off Abraham. It's a It's a goal kick.
Yeah, that's a goal kick.
It's horrible this now, isn't it?
All of a sudden it's just
I'm
Villa, completely different team.
My arse is in my mouth right now, man.
I don't think that's the phrase, but I mean, whatever you want to do in your spare
Allow
time.
I don't know.
Someone's arse is in my mouth right now. That's how nervous I am.
No, I said my.
I'm saying a separate. Right, this is where there should actually be a little bit of space. They're coming on to us in a way they haven't so far.
Oh man,
brilliant touch, unlucky. But then it just comes back, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Feels like we got 10 men.
Yeah, it does. Well done, Dollar. The rest let the game go a little bit today. I think he's done a decent job of that. Okay. Yeah, let's slow it down for a second. Let's not just buy into what they're trying to do. What? What's happening here?
I think
We
he's
got free
stopped the
kick.
game to book Buendia for dissent. Was it? Unless it was a foul. Didn't see anything.
don't know. But then Villa have kept the momentum and kicked on again when they've equalised. When we scored, it felt like we actually the job was done. I don't know if it was a combination of Villa just starting to play better and playing with more urgency and we couldn't really compete, or it's a combination of us just taking the foot off the gas a little bit from the start that we had.
Touch. Okay. All red, Ahmad. Go on, get close.
Fucking
Can't
hell.
be doing that. Hold on.
Go on, Ahmad.
No, I don't think it was. He went
He's
down
running back,
before.
running back.
Oh!
He's done really well there,
well.
Rodgers.
Shouldn't be allowed to happen though.
It's a horrible game to watch now because I just feel like there's equal threat.
Hold up. Play it through.
That was a
He makes
chance,
these
that.
runs all the time in Burmo.
Oh, he's in.
Go on, go on.
Yes! Come on! Brilliant. There we go. Running behind. Space where it was. Cunha opens his body up, slots it in. Come on.
Was that Bruno's pass?
No, I think it was Shaw, wasn't it?
Was it Shaw?
I'm just assuming because it came from that left-hand side. I don't know who it was.
Oh, it's a good finish.
Really good finish. And Burmo made a run, and Cunha's like, I can have a bit of that. Made the run straight after.
It was Shaw, wasn't it? Yeah.
It must have been.
I think Burmo was stood offside, so maybe it just, I don't know, took their attention for a moment.
Yeah.
Is it Bruno again?
You joking? So he's got 16 for the season now?
Yeah.
And the record is 20?
It's a brilliant ball.
Unbelievable. How is
finish.
it Bruno? How is it always Bruno? I mean, no one else can make that pass. First time.
It's just
right foot.
perfect way.
It's unbelievable.
It's a great
Well,
first
that's a
touch
great-
because
great
it doesn't.
touch and finish.
I think if he puts it any more outside of his body,
Yeah.
defender can make
gets
the
that.
can
100%.
slide.
Good ball.
Is it Consa?
Just
Yeah, any
keeps it
ball.
really close to him.
Consa just doesn't quite think he can get there, does he? Because he doesn't even actually make an attempt at the tackle. And it's just across the keeper. I cannot believe it's Bruno again. I honestly can't believe it. What is it, 16 for the season? That's the Manchester United record now for a single season, going past David Beckham. Unbelievable.
I can't accept that Declan Rice has been better than Bruno this year.
No.
I've tried. Like, I understand.
He just carries us, Bruno, man.
Yeah, like
I agree completely.
but that seems to be the prevailing thinking, that Declan Rice will probably get player of the season. But
I feel like that was decided in fucking October.
I absolutely
I
agree.
think he started well. I think people really like him. He's a really good player. I'm not knocking him at all. He is really
They're desperate
good.
to give him the award.
But they're
man.
desperate
That's
for him
it,
to
yeah.
have it. They absolutely are. Because if
I watch Arsenal and I just don't see this influence.
No.
Like he's clearly a good player and he'll have good games. But Bruno,
he doesn't do for them what Bruno does for us. I know obviously they're not the same type of player, but just in terms of how effective they are at helping their team, I think Bruno is a better player.
Bruno's all round play, genuinely this season. I mean, he has his moments, doesn't he, where he'll give the ball away or he'll be frustrating. But all in all, I think he's had a really good season.
Yeah, I agree. And it's been, I think the only way he gets Player of the Year is if he breaks the assist record.
Yeah.
Or equals it. If he has to get 20. It has to be
Or City catch Arsenal.
Yeah, all that. But I think it has to be a statistically inarguable season from Bruno. Whereas if it's anywhere in the grey area in the margins, I think Rice gets
So where are we at assist wise?
16.
And what on this?
The record is 20, held by De Bruyne and Thierry Henry.
And is it usually given to whichever players basically won the league?
No.
Or finishing within the top two. It's not always.
Generally
is it?
not.
No, it's not
So-
often. Because, obviously, when we won the treble in '99, famously David Ginola won it, didn't he? It's like,
Yeah.
we've won the league. We've won everything. Beckham's been amazing. York's been
It
amazing.
was such a squad year, though, wasn't it? So maybe without the standout.
But that's what I mean. I think someone like this Arsenal team,
Which
is
that's
a
what I
perfect
think
example
Arsenal
of that.
have not had.
They've not had a standout player that has been.
It's all PR with Declan Rice. The idea that he's been this outstanding player. When I've watched them, sometimes he drifts in the game. He takes the corners though, doesn't he? So
yeah. His face is often on.
yeah, he
big
gets
moments. He's still taking
all the aura
because he
points for
scored those
walking over
two
and
in one
taking
game
corners.
2
Yeah.
years ago, whatever it was. Or was it last season? That was the year before.
Last season, wasn't it the
Real
Madrid?
He's off the
kicks?
pitch. You can play on.
Just on the team news for the Tottenham-Liverpool game, no Salah, no Ekitike for Liverpool. Starting Rio versus Gakpo, Szoboszlai as their attack. And Tottenham, they've got so many injuries, it's unbelievable, isn't it? But it'd be great. Would you want Tottenham to win today? Because obviously, it wasn't like the relegation zone, which is funny, but it directly helps us drop
It is funny though, isn't it?
A draw would be nice.
A draw would be nice. I'm not looking for Tottenham to get beat today.
No, I'd
not.
No, to be fair,
I would rather.
let's have Tottenham beat Liverpool.
I would much rather.
Who
Yeah.
cares if Tottenham go down? Really?
I would much rather.
Yeah.
Spurs.
I want United to get top
trying
four. Just breathe, lads. 3-1, said anonymous people. 1 game a week may be too much for these players. I love that. Dallo, Garnacho, really so bad at decision making. Both were on our right last season. Yeah, that's a good point.
Right.
Since United's second goal, what I will say is it hasn't followed the.
Ooh.
It's a neat.
I would like
pass.
a third.
It's a makeable pass. Don't let him get out. We can't fucking keep doing this. He can't get out as well. I don't even mind fouling him. But too many times, they've got two players around them and they fuck about and they chuck their arse around and they get out. And then it happens time and time again. And they counter-attack on us when we should have been able to stop them at their end of the pitch.
Cooney's already doing the mind games.
He does it all the time.
He's starting the gamesmanship already.
There you go. Most assists in a single season for Man United.
Okay.
Bruno's in the lead now. Mad that Nani was second with 14, by the way. In that season, he was unbelievable.
Sesko cost him one, didn't he, against Spurs?
Yeah, he did. That one is a brilliant pass as well. Because the first one, let's be honest, good corner. Casemiro does all the hard work. That one, fantastic ball. First time, through the lines. And because also, if Bruno puts too much sort of curve on the ball, because he's using the inside of his right foot, if that curves away, Cunha can't take the touch across his body to open up. He'd have to square it with his left foot. But he doesn't. He keeps it so flat and without spin on it. Brilliant pass. Let's win this game now. Fuck this. Yeah, since United's second goal, Villa haven't quite turned it back on the way they did after the
same
first.
reaction, have they?
We need to keep them on the back foot.
Don't want a sucker punch today, do we?
Sesko is on for Mbermo, isn't he? Is it Mbermo? Yeah. So the first time Mbermo's been subbed off under Carrick?
No, he's been subbed off a couple of times.
Has he?
Under Carrick? He's normally the last one to...
Yeah,
he looks at, isn't he?
Yeah, he usually takes Ahmad off, doesn't he? Ahmad there, though.
Nah, not in these game states. I think because of Ahmad's defensive work as well, he's probably not going to come off.
Yeah, good. I think he's important dropping back and doing that. Does that come back on?
With Mbermo, it's another game where I feel like it's just passed him by a bit.
Yeah. I think he would benefit from playing on the right, though, you know. I think he's... Unfortunately for him, I think he's been asked to play out of position pretty much every game, isn't he?
I think Cunha's been like the brightest out the front three, because I don't think Ahmad's really offered much threat himself.
No.
Do you know what I mean? He just helps us kind of like with his technical security, keep the ball and stuff, but...
I think Ahmad's just not got the ball in the positions you want him to have the ball on that corner of the box. Oh, we've got a breakaway in us here.
Go on.
Villa
I get nervous.
Yeah, me too. Villa just passing it around the edge of our box. I think they've overplayed it there. Yeah. Is that Rodgers just
15 minutes
couldn't
to go?
Take the sting out of the pass
to go in it.
Yeah, massively. Hopefully United. Sesko's good on the counter attack though, isn't he? If United do sit in a little bit, he's got the pace. Yeah. Ask James Tarkowski about that. Absolutely burned him, didn't he, in that Everton game?
Yeah. I had a few people saying that they thought he looked slow, Sesko. Like, pace-wise, some of my mates, City fans.
Yeah.
I think over 10 yards, he's probably not as quick. But like we said before, when you counter-attack,
but he looks as fast as
the women have
any
lost the
player
final.
that's...
have they?
Today, yeah. Against Chelsea.
Shouldn't have ended yet.
Is it still going on?
I think it started at 2:15.
What's that?
United women. Is it FA Cup or? Made a good run there, Sesko. Go
on.
Cunha. Sesko!
Sesko!
Oh, yeah! Yes in! What the? I couldn't even tell what happened there. He hit that as he was turning around.
We've got a player stood offside. Brilliant. I don't know if that's...
No.
Right, okay.
I could not tell what happened there at all.
Because it went so slow.
Yeah, it's taken at least one deflection there. It almost looked like it bobbled and ping-ponged around a couple of them, but it's looped in off the sort of 180 spin shot from Sesko.
What happened there?
I have no idea what happened there. Sesko scoring another goal off the bench. Cunha involved again.
He was so sharp to get on that on a
goal
swivel.
And assist.
Onside.
Definitely on.
This is good
Great
play,
touch
good play
there.
from Cunha again.
I really do hate to blow my own trumpet.
Shot. Look at that. Oh no.
No, he's
Nah,
he-
he's not
he's,
in here.
Because of
Yes.
look,
he's
if
not.
it hadn't deflected, I think that's
evened it
offside.
up.
I mean, again, sorry, I hate to blow my own trumpet.
Yeah, it's
but
not. It's not.
I did say a slid through ball in behind and a
You
cut
did,
back to the
yeah.
penalty spot.
Yeah.
It's so annoying when I get it right, isn't it?
There goes my
Such a
2-2.
Sorry, everyone.
Look at that! Look at Cooney behind him.
About 2 feet below him as well. I love that. Absolutely love that. Carrick hitting the jabs, shadow boxing, and the big. Love it. That was his celebration when he used to score as well. Do you remember? Just a little subdued, underhand punch. Brilliant. Ninth
That's
goal
game, that,
for
isn't it?
Sesko. That's got to be game now.
9 Premier League goals, mate.
It's good stuff.
Get another assist
I
for
think
Bruno in this one.
Still
and
20
that'll
minutes
be,
to go, by the way, in the Women's League Cup final.
Okay.
The 1-0 down. Lauren
Oh,
James. What was this? 3 days after she signed a new contract. See that? Her and her brother both signed a
Reece,
contract the same day.
Was that intentional? Obviously.
Gotta be.
Yeah.
Also, they've both got the same thing where they're like, they both could just do everything, can't they? Like 11 of them on the pitch, and you'd be the best team in the world.
Yeah, we
Right.
spoke about who would be there, but I think people said Reece James, Rice.
What if you could have 11? of them?
What player would make the best team if
People always
11 of them.
people
Well,
used to
Reece
say
James
Valverde,
over Rice.
Valverde, didn't they, as well? He's another one that
Valverde's a
could
good
do everything.
shot?
I guess he's just maybe his stature's,
Centre
for
half.
the, for
Yeah,
the centre half.
You'd probably go with James in the Premier League, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because he actually can finish a little bit as well. Go on, Ahmad, do what you do.
Yeah, this is when he
Boing.
nicks it, innit? This is when he. Oh,
He wants it. It requires a good touch.
he's gonna nick
Go
it.
on,
He's
go
gonna
on.
nick it.
Go on. Almost had you there. You don't want to see Ahmad behind you in those positions.
It's like
at
a
all. The
gnat,
ball's
innit?
bouncing and you just see this flea coming over your shoulder. Yeah, nightmare. Wayne Rooney, by the way, would be my ultimate 11 of them on the
100%,
pitch. Yeah. Could play anywhere. In goal as well. Fuck it.
He's a bit. I don't know. Technique's interesting when he does ping it. Lanioro. It's a bit curly.
Yeah.
I heard him say world class. Sorry.
He was shouting before
he's
Luke Shaw
Jamaican.
even got there then, wasn't he?
Is that what he shouted?
I don't know what he shouted. I just heard like he was crying or something. 100. That's also 100 Premier League assists for Bruno as well.
Okay, now record breaker.
Oh wow.
Yes, go on. Oh, what's he done? What's he done?
Bruno's fuming.
No. You got to back yourself there.
What a pass.
He's got to back himself.
He's got to keep going.
I think.
Another
Do
touch.
you know what? No,
Going?
I think
He's actually there with him, isn't he?
it makes sense what he's trying to do. He just puts way too much on it.
Also, it's a left-footed pass that,
Yeah.
if ever I've seen one. If you're trying to find Ahmad there, you need that inside curve of a left-footed pass. He just doesn't trust his left
I think
foot,
he
does
should have cut across the defender.
Yeah.
Like it was the wrong. I don't think the pass was quite on. Brilliant ball.
Because I think from the
Yeah.
moment he takes his first touch, though, Sesko, he's not running at full pace.
No.
I think he knows straight away he's going to square it. Because if in his head he's going, I'm going to score this,
That touch
first
is
touch is
further
different.
away.
Yeah, 100%.
I think he could have took. He had enough where maybe he didn't. You can't always tell how far the person is behind you. So
That's true.
if you just cut across, maybe one extra touch he could have shot. But I don't know. It looked like it wasn't a shot or a cross. What was it?
It was definitely, a pass.
across.
Yeah.
He's just tried to put it on Ahmad's feet for a tap in. Seeing our mums later?
I can't today.
No.
Sent her some flowers. Boiled her a few prawns last Saturday. It's well trodden ground in the channel. I'm not going to go over it again, but needless to say, I had the last laugh. Horseradish style. There you go.
Lovely.
And they'll only open up and bloom more over the next 3 to 4 days as well. So what you see there is probably 60% of the final product. Not the ones I remember buying, but that's to be expected, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bruno, 16 assists this season. Amazing, isn't it? It's amazing as well that no one's ever had more than 20 assists. Because basically 1 assist every 2 games thereabouts, isn't it? You think
there are to come by so many. It's like even now he's got what? So what's he on? You say 16?
Yeah.
To get 4 more between now and the end of the season, even that's going to be tough.
Yeah, especially when you got fucking Sesko
Sesko doing
it.
shit like that. Yeah.
See, again though, maybe there, if Sesko trusts his left foot, he don't even need to get across the defender. Because I know Cunha did, but if you're a left-footed player there, you would take a touch closer to him, but then just drive it across to the back post.
I think
clearly didn't.
I think a lot of it comes down to how he's immediately read the situation, and what he's had in his mind that he was going to do before he's even got into that position.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's just decided I'm going to square this to Ahmad, hasn't he?
Because I think he can, give him the right. Oh, nice. I think he's got a swinger of a left foot. Come on.
Play it.
Weak.
Awful.
Weak.
I need more from him, man.
Can we get the cursor off the middle of the screen, please? Oh, it's a pedantic. Yeah, it's a poor ball that from Ahmad. Because he's got 0 room for manoeuvre if he underhits it, and he's got about 25 yards room for manoeuvre if he overhits it. Like, you just got to put some fucking weight on it.
I think Sesko's going to get another chance here, though, before the game's up.
Because Villa are going for this. I mean, obviously, why wouldn't they? But it is a big game for them.
I think even more so I think we're more likely to score a 4th if Villa get the 2nd.
Yeah, potentially. Because they're going to be absolutely all over us if they get 1 more. But I'd rather just take the 3-1 than worry about any of that.
Yeah, no.
I feel like they're going to get a decent chunk of added time as well. They always do, don't they?
I just need Bruno to farm assists, man. Is it 20, you said?
20's the record, so he needs
Who has it?
5
Henry
more.
and
De Bruyne.
De Bruyne.
It would be fitting, I think, for Bruno to be up there with them too. Like, in terms of his creating ability. Like, every single season, he tops the chances created.
And if you look at what he's got ahead of him, like this season, I know we've got better players, but it's not as if it's a prime Erling Haaland.
No one's got 30 goals, have they? No one's got 20. Actually, no one's got 10 goals in the league.
Yeah, it's an unbelievable stat.
It is. Yeah, imagine you had a player that was... Although, what you would say is, the reason maybe our strikers haven't got more goals is because the other players that aren't Bruno aren't making them enough chances.
Go on.
And if they were, that wouldn't give Bruno extra assists anyway. That's alright, keep the ball. That Luke Shaw's even got a bit of an overlap in him now.
Offside.
Didn't look offside.
If you slow it
I'm
down,
out on it.
Ugarte coming on for
Casemiro.
Casemiro, yeah.
It's not risky yellow.
Play on Friday, don't we?
Yeah, Bournemouth. Casemiro with an absolute...
Just how light he is on his feet there. He's
just gallops to the front post, doesn't he? Prances to the front post.
This is such a joke of a header, bro.
Yeah.
That's so... 1 more year, Unc.
It's a shame, innit?
I think it's the right time.
I think it's the right time, really. I do. Because all of a sudden he starts looking like the Casemiro of a couple of seasons ago when we're in...
Go out on something of a high, get your Champions League football, score a load of goals. I do think that we are going to miss...
Oh, my God.
Because the thing is, if we get Champions League football next season and don't play Casemiro in it, that's because we've got someone better. And then if we don't play him, then he's not going to be starting in the Premier League either.
And he's earning far too much money
to not be starting, exactly. And if you do rely on him, he hasn't got the legs to play Champions League and Premier League.
But I think he's not got the
starts to see
legs,
worst of him.
and I think we play a certain way with him in the team, and he's such a threat from the set pieces and the crosses. Is phenomenal how often the ball lands on his head.
Not to, I don't assume it's going to be a big problem. Why is there 8-minute stoppage time? Where's that coming from?
I mean, that's what I was saying. Every time we're
there has been a few stoppages. I thought
that's nonsense.
There's been enough stoppages for it to be like 6, but I don't know about 8.
Yeah, I know they stopped it for a minute to look at their goal.
The subs.
That's
There's been
drastic
a couple
amount
of injuries as well.
Has there?
Yeah, there's been quite a few stoppages where I thought like 6 minutes. I don't know about 8 though, but I think they just. I don't know how they do it. I think they just kind of think if the game's tight, let me put as many.
I think they absolutely
wing
it.
It's a product in it.
100%.
Do you know what I mean? What I said. I guess there has been 4 goals, hasn't there?
Barely.
Was it 0-0 at half time? It was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
I was going to say.
We're lucky to have 8.
I think I was forgetting that all the goals were scored in this half.
Yeah, I was as well, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 goals as well will do it.
Yeah, a couple of subs. You don't need much else.
Great play.
Oh, he's just ridiculous at carrying the ball, and that was.
Oh no.
No, he's played the ball.
Was that inside the box?
He was in front of him anyway. He's run into the back of it.
Yeah, he's the one that's played the ball.
Yeah.
I think he's just trying it on there.
Come on.
Well done,
Go on.
Ugarte. Keep the
Just
ball.
pass.
Good.
Oh!
He was already looking at the assist, wasn't he?
I feel like
He could've just
they're
swept
trying
that to
to
Ahmad.
get assists for him. Like Ahmad's out there.
Yeah, just
Sesko should have sent that ball straight away
100%.
into the space.
Sweep the ball out wide. Five minutes to go. Little flick, not good enough.
Ahmad's gone.
One more.
Don't mind this. Keep the ball.
Take the sting out of the game.
100%.
Yeah, that's the right thing to do.
They're not gonna just squash them of time. We don't need to do anything else. Well done. He did well before, Ugarte.
Yeah,
In that corner,
there, yeah.
he did. Good player.
I think he's got a future.
That's when you get concerned about a player when you start having to like
Say good
search
things
for
about him.
complimentary actions.
No,
do you know
that
what
was
I mean?
good. What he did there, he was in a tight spot and he dribbled past someone and
But
laid a nice
for
ball
example,
out.
if
Did
Cass did it, you wouldn't say, "Oh, he did well there." It's because because he's quite
I would
disparaged.
credit where it's due.
And it's like,
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
us. That's not a Villa ball. Cool.
Hold on. He needed this as well, Carrick, didn't he?
yeah.
Bit of a reaction. I know that it wasn't the best performance, but
Now I thought the first half
They did all right.
wasn't like superb, but I felt like it was still a little bit better than what we've seen of late.
yeah.
Just didn't really have the finishing touch or people in the box. But I thought the second half,
They came out
the
well,
first
didn't they?
the first 10 minutes was really good. We had a shaky 15 minutes when Villa scored, and then I think we sucker punched them at the right time.
Yeah. That's Paul.
Yeah, I've not been
Well done, Ahmad. Well done. Right.
not been sure, but Ahmad's had a bit of a strange performance today.
Yeah. Give it Bruno, see if he comes up with something. Well done. It's a nice little touch from Maynard, that, innit? Just as you start to make that step forward to press him, he's just...
nonchalant. Pass it.
Looked nice that though, didn't it, for a second there?
Yeah. I think Sesko just run offside.
Yeah, I think he could have squared it to Bruno maybe, but
Yeah.
don't worry about that. Stay with your man
Don't
in the
give
middle.
them anything.
Ooh, hello. That's a booking. Free kick to Villa. Corner of the 18-yard box just outside. It's a clear...
Yeah.
It's a clear booking as well.
Thou shall not pass.
Exactly, yeah. Just putting shoulder, hip, leg across Morgan Rogers there. Harry Maguire. What is it, 5 for a suspension? 5 bookings? Or is
But that cut-off's
yet?
done, so it's now
it's 9,
10.
isn't it? Or 10, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you get 2 for that, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so Maguire's on there.
Casado's nearly on 1,
miles
he's
off
on
it.
9.
Right. Probably going to be another 3 minutes here, isn't there? Because you get to that point where they just had an extra one on. Not good enough.
Yeah, that should be it.
Not good enough. Minute and a half to go. Can't see them getting 2 in this time, can you? But
They had such a good run, didn't they?
yeah,
Around Christmas, Villa.
yeah, they did.
I think they've just completely run out of steam.
The midfield injuries have hurt.
How's
sure.
your fantasy gone this year? This week so far? Because by the way, Joe Smith he's better than me at fantasy.
I'm not better. I don't think I'm better. I'm having a better season. I'm not better than you. I'm not
Yeah.
very good at it. I'm
on
doing all right.
49 points.
I've got 53.
I've got Kirkes
So
to
far.
play.
I'm on 36 with Ekatike left. I've had a poor 5 weeks.
Ekatike's not in the squad, or is he on the bench?
He's on the bench.
On the bench.
I'm up to 38,000th in the world,
I keep
minute.
forgetting to do it, so I've just given up.
and I've got Thiago and Ekatike, but Ekatike's on the bench, so again, unlikely. Probably going to be a Riley on the bench.
Rodon's got 8 points on my bench as well. It's always like one weird run.
I've got Stack on the bench in the 3rd spot, annoyingly, because
What's
he's
he
on
got?
5. 5 for now, but they have to get a clean sheet first. Anyway, who cares? Let's just win this.
It's because we were comfortable. It's because we know we've won.
I know, it's nice, isn't it? Yeah, 53 points so far.
Shit.
Oh my God!
How have they not
That's
scored?
amazing.
There was a point
They both
there.
wanted it.
There was a point there where it was impossible that Villa weren't going to score.
I thought
and
I
then
was
somehow
I was resigned to that's a goal.
I cannot believe they didn't. When he squares that ball there's 2 Villa players unmarked at the back post and Lomans is at the front post, and somehow neither of them have got onto it.
There we
We'll have it.
3-1. Massive win for Man United. 5 points clear of Chelsea now in 6th place as well. Huge win, pulling 3 points clear of Aston Villa. Liverpool still to play later on against Tottenham, but that is a massive, massive win for Man United. Massive win for Carrick.
Yeah.
Back to winning ways as well. One brilliant thing about him so far is that every time he's dropped points, he's won the game after.
Reaction,
We've not had there's been a reaction. We've not had these slumps, these kind of long runs of poor form. Huge result that. Great performance from Bruno Fernandes.
Yes.
Just a fantastic win, wasn't it, Ronny?
It's a superb win, statement win. 6-0. We definitely needed it after the past couple of games, especially after the Newcastle one. And I think I said before, I think people weren't happy with the first half performance in general because it was a bit slow, but I thought we limited Villa as well. I think it was a bit of a bad game from both sides, but I still think the first half showed glimpses that were better than we've seen in recent weeks. We just didn't really have people getting on some of those crosses and them situations that we got into. I thought the first 15 minutes in the second half was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
You up the tempo, the urgency, and all of a sudden we get a goal. And then after we got a goal though, we kind of took our foot off the gas a little bit. Villa almost woke up, and then we was under the cosh, and obviously they equalised. And then we reacted well, showing our quality when we needed to, especially with Bruno. And then 2 moments of decent play, and then Sesko comes on, super sub again. And then it's 3 points and happy days. And we could have probably even nicked a couple more if we were a little bit more clinical as well. But I think we deserved that for the most part though.
Yeah, I agree. Tom, thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I worried a little bit first half that maybe it was going to be another flat performance, but saying that, Villa didn't offer too much, and you just had that feeling that if United come out second half, a bit more pace about what they're trying to do, a bit more urgency, a bit more assurance in the touches and the passing, then the game was there for them. Get the goal. Obviously, we got pegged back, but yeah, it's them little pieces of quality. It's a massive win because I know Villa aren't exactly the informed team right now, but they're up there. That's one of the teams we're competing with, and it's still going to go very close for Champions League football, and it's such a big prize for us. I didn't have us anywhere. Well, I didn't have us getting it this season, so I think just remember that. There's a few games to go yet. There's teams very, very close to us. Just keep getting these wins, keep ticking them off.
Yeah.
And before you know it, Be back in it.
We'll be there.
Yeah.
Right, thank you very much for joining us. Stay where you are. We'll be here for the full post-match review, going through what happened, how United won that game, what changed from the first half to the second half as well. But it's a massive win for Manchester United. Anonymous People says, told you, 2 handsome guys today too. Interesting. There you go, with the goals, Sesko and Cunha. That's your opinion. But, fair play. Thank you very much for joining us. Like I said, stay where you are. You'll automatically be taken to the post-match review. Thank you, Ronny. Thank you, Tom. Thank you at home as well. Make sure you check out the merch if you haven't already. Loads of good stuff in there. And we'll see you in a bit.